Are you ready?
Are you ready?
It's time for Effingham Hearts football on your home for local sports, 97.9 XFM. Let's go to the sideline for the pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. It is a football Friday night, and I'm Greg Sapp, Dustin White, alongside Brian Dust back at the studio. CJ Schmidt up top, going to record all the video for you. And we welcome you to the 2019 high school football season, albeit a little later than we first thought. That's because we had lightning in the area, but Dustin, hopefully that's all over.
Yeah, pulling into town, we saw a couple flashes, and we thought, boy, this is bit of an ominous start to the evening, and sure enough, we were getting set up, and the flashes started, and every half an hour after they see lightning, that's half an hour that nobody can be out on the field, and so here we are. But right now, it's just a little bit of rain, and with the turf field here at Modern Day High School, that's playable. Let's just keep the severe stuff out of the area and get a football game in.
Without a doubt, I already understand the Cardinal game's been called off. They're going to play 2 doubleheaders in 2 days, so that'll be a busy time for the Redbirds, but
it's a shame.
We're in good shape here at Breese, as the Modern Day Knights are going to do battle with the Effingham Hearts. They played each other in the season opener the last 15 seasons, and Modern Day's won a lot, but Effingham's won a couple, and they sure won a big one in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, I got to come. This is actually the last time we were on the road for a football game. We were in this press box because it was the first round of the playoffs last year, and so returning to the scene of the crime for Effingham with some different faces, but a lot of familiar ones as well. The Hearts have quite a few starters back on the team this year. Not their starting quarterback. We'll get into that in a little bit, but pretty good group of kids back, and it's always a test when you come here and play the Knights on their home turf. It is not an easy game.
Glad to have you with us, and again, our apologies for the late start, but we don't control the weather, and we're ready to go now, and hopefully we won't have any more interruptions. We're going to have a nice uninterrupted evening of high school football. Let's take a break. Dustin and I will talk about what is to come in this contest between the Flaming Hearts and the Knights. More to come in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
And we're back at Breese and pregame information, and we'll let you know who that's brought your way by a little later in the pregame show. But ready for Effingham at Breese Modern Day here on 97.9 XFM. Hearts been on a roll, reaching the second round of the playoffs 2 seasons ago and then making it to the quarterfinals last year. For the first time in 30 seasons, it was a special time. The Hearts are dealing with significant player losses due to graduation, but have a lot of experienced players returning, including 8 starters on defense, and I just saw a big bolt of lightning to the east. That's not good. Now, there is the possibility, because it was to the east, that means it's gone by us, so let's see what the decision is by the folks here and the officials. Hopefully they'll say, because we've had experiences like this in the past where if it's lightning that's past the football field, we had that deal at Effingham, was it last year or 2 years ago, where that happened. And since it was past, they let it go uninterrupted. And so far, that's what they're doing right here. So anyway, I was talking about the fact that we have 8 starters back on defense. Nathan Shackelford's going to take over quarterback duties from Landon Wolf, who now owns about every passing record in EHS history. Had a monster year last year. Shackelford's an effective passer, also a real running threat, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. Jet Gillum's going to be the fullback. Logan Brown will be back to handle the tailback position. Him being healthy is a real plus. Cam Calber and Tristan Duncan will start at wide receivers, back for another season. And the O-line will include center Stetson Green, guards Marcus Heights, you'll remember his big brother who's headed off to college now, and Justin Baker. And then tackles are Nathan Barnes and Ethan Huss. Well, I think both played some last year. Ethan played a lot. Jacob Briggerman's back at the tight end spot. So we talked about the fact that a lot of kids graduated, and Landon Wolf and Kendall Ballman are the 2 big names that you remember. But there is a lot of experience back.
Yeah, I mean, those are the names that you heard a lot last year, so it's going to be weird to not hear them called out this year. But Nate Shackelford, while he has not taken a ton of snaps as a quarterback at the varsity level, he's been on the field quite a bit. Coach Hefner found ways to play him last year, so the varsity game is not a mystery to him. He's playing quarterback's a little different animal, but it's not like he hasn't been out there before. And so, as far as leadership goes, he should be able to recognize how things are flowing and have some recognition there. So, and listen, I've always liked the way he throws the ball. I think that he's got a chance to do a really good job this year. And a little more fleet of foot than Landon was, so he'll be able to do some things back there that maybe Landon didn't do. It's going to be an interesting look, but it always starts on the offensive line, and there's some new faces there. And if you can't, if you're not protected, if you don't have time to execute, then nothing else matters. And so it'll be interesting to see how that group performs up front.
We've talked about the defense being the experienced side of the ball. Alex Bachman and Haven Prather will be the tackles. Dawson Witten and Austin Herbeth will be the ends. Jacob Stoneburner and Mason Hasty, the linebackers, and the defensive backs are Luke Spencer, Parker Wolf, Logan Brown, Logan Hart, and Jacob Logan. Some of those guys had a lot of experience and did well back there. I think about Parker Wolf at the corner spot, man. He had a good year.
And he's a kid that teams seem to think they wanted to pick on him early in the game too. He's not the tallest, He's not a huge kid, but he's athletic. He's hard-nosed.
Mm-hmm.
He's a feisty kid out there, and he broke up a lot of plays last year. And so I'm excited to see him out there with another year of experience. And really, Effingham's success last year, as many records as Landon Wolf broke. Their success was owed a lot to solid defensive performances week in and week out as well. And so it's nice to see that group coming back with a lot of experience and a lot of kids who have been out there and fought the wars before. Especially early in the season, you're going to probably lean on them a little bit more because offenses, there's some timing involved, some gelling, some execution that has to happen. Defense, it takes some of that too, but they can also go out there, play some hard-nosed ball, and keep you in some games.
We talked about the offense, talked about the defense. Another place where I'm happy we have a lot of experience is special teams. Luke Spencer's going to be the long snapper, and that's such a key position. You remember Mr. McCabe a couple of years ago did such a great job as a long snapper. Luke's going to be the long snapper. Parker Wolf would be the holder for field goal and extra point tries. Kicking duties will again be shared by Bo Hefner and Ivan Angel. Dawson Witten will again be the punter. So you got a lot of guys back who did this last year at the varsity level. And then Parker Wolf will handle punt returns. Kick returners will be Keegan Baker, Chase Woomer, Holden Lewis, and Jacob Logan. So lots of kids are going to be involved in the mix, and that's all to the better in case you have to deal with the injury problems or things like that down the line. I've been watching the receivers make their cuts. They don't seem to be having any problem, even on a little bit of water-covered surface here.
And that's going to be important for Effingham, I think, because they've got some very solid receivers. Duncan, obviously, a talented athlete, made some excellent catches last year. It was a real shame whenever he had to deal with some injuries. Obviously, Cam Calber has a lot of experience on the field. He's been out there quite a bit, and I'm excited to see what Jacob Briggerman does. He's such a big kid.
He is.
A huge target. Not too many people are going to be able to just match up with him man for man. So we'll see what they can do with that. Excited to see all that. And yeah, you always wonder with the wet playing surface, how is that going to negate the throwing game, both in terms of the quarterback's grip on the football, but then the receiver's ability to run their routes and create space.
Without a doubt. Let's take a break. We'll talk about who else is playing on opening night tonight. And as Mater Dei comes back out on the field, the Hearts have been on the far end of the far end zone, getting warmed up. Meanwhile, Mater Dei's back. And we are about 5 minutes or so away from kickoff. So back in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
We're back at Breese getting ready for Mater Day in Effingham. And Dustin, how many times do you suppose Coach Hefner has said no mistakes? A million?
Well, it's easier said than done, isn't it? Yeah. Especially in week one. But that's especially early in the season. It's all about trying to get that execution down. So I'm sure it's a thing that's been hammered home quite a bit on the practice field as we work our way up to this opening game. And especially, we mentioned, it's tough to come in here and win. This has always been a tough game. And even if you play a pretty much perfect game, you're going to have your hands full. So every little mistake can be costly.
But we're off the schneid. Got to win down here in the playoffs. Nowhere to go but up. Nowhere to go but up. Here's who else is playing. There aren't any other conference games. This is all non-con this first week. Charleston's playing at Macomb, so bless their hearts for that trip. Bartonville Limestone's at Lincoln. Marion's at Mahomet Seymour. That's a nice little trip. Mattoon's at Troy Triad. Mount Zion's at Highland. Mount Vernon's at Taylorville. So that's where the Apollo Conference schools are playing. Newton's at Paris tonight's best of success to the Eagles. Cumberland's at Decatur Lutheran to play LSA. Shelbyville's at Seneca. Flora's down in Bridgeport to play Red Hill. Casey Westfield's at Olney Richland County. Centralia's at Salem. They've played that Shrine Bowl for about 800 years now. Jerseyville's at Granite City, and Sparta's at Freeburg. And I mentioned those two games because those are kids that are on Effingham's schedule this year. Freeburg and Jerseyville, so we'll be keeping an eye out on them through the season.
And that schedule, we talked about on the way down here, and we'll get into it on the air at some point this season, but things are going to probably look a lot different next year.
Oh, gosh,
yes. And for those of you who follow high school football, you're probably well aware of that fact, but who knows for sure what it means for this game either. So many things are still up in the air, so this is a tough test. We've been doing it a long time. Really savor the tradition that has kind of been built on playing Mater Day in week one.
Brian Dust gives us an update, Dustin. Mattoon and Triad have been postponed till tomorrow. They'll play at 2 o'clock. So all roads lead to Troy tomorrow. So 2 o'clock kickoff for the Green Wave tomorrow afternoon. Meetings of the coaches and the captains out at center court. Wrong court, Greg, out on the 50-yard line. And
Mater Day is going to get the ball first.
And I'll bet that's to the Hearts' liking. They like batting second. They like getting the ball to start the second half. So we'll see what happens. And again, it's an all-weather field, so the water and anything else, no problem. Lightning, that's a problem. That's a problem. Got 20 seniors, I believe, this year. I believe the Hearts have 20 seniors.
I saw the football moms had posted a picture online and with all the seniors, and it was a nice big group.
So we're going to stand for the national anthem, and we can't hear that, so we're going to take a break. Be back with tonight's play-by-play in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Back at Mater Day, it is raining, don't get me wrong, and there isn't any of that L stuff, but it is raining, so that we'll keep an eye out about how big an impact that has on things. Shout out to Todd and Sonia Martin and Save-A-Lot Foods. They did the team meal last night. They have a different person each week who steps up and helps, so thanks to the Martins and Save-A-Lot Foods. We appreciate their efforts. As we said, Mater Day is going to receive. Their receiver's back around the 15-yard line. And we'll see what happens as the Hearts are trying to get things lined up here.
They've got those nice numbers on their uniforms. They're more than one color. Very easy to read from up here in the press box.
Anything that makes it easier, we are happy about. Just about ready for action. It's Effingham at Mater Day. Ivan Angels teeing it up. He'll get a kickoff away here, and then the 2019 high school football season will be underway. Good to have you with us on 97.9 XFM. Here is the kick. It's high and deep into the near side of the field. It's taken about the 12-yard line. Got a block, gets away, running up sidelines. He's still on his feet, and he gets out across the 40-yard line before the Hearts finally tackle him. A lot of reaching and grabbing, but eventually he got taken down. And among the tacklers, Chase Woomer was over there along with Gunnar Franklin. Saw Gunner's big brother Gage here. Gage, of course, one of the many heroes of that team last year. Got to talk to him for a minute. So the return's to the 42, so that's where Mater Dei is going to set up shop to get this one rolling on a wet Friday night.
29-yard return on that kickoff. Pretty good field position to start.
Going to operate from the shotgun. Braunmeyer barks out the signals, hands off. They go up the middle, and he is stuffed. Nice response by the defense. Tried to run it up the middle, and Hart's defense said we're having none of that. Among them in there, leading the charge was Haven Prather. We talked about him. A gain of 1 to the 43, so it's 2nd and 9. Tried to run it up the middle, and the Hearts were having none of that. Again, the quarterback for Mater Dei is Reed Braunmeyer. Running from the shotgun, there's another handoff up the gut. A little more progress to the 45, but boy, then he has stood up big time. Hearts are reacting well, and the defense is really happy about how things are going so far. Jacob Stoneburner in there among the heroes on the defense there. Gain of 2, and I did not pick up who carried the ball, did I?
It's been 11 both times.
Very good. So the gain by Zach Napavanis. I pronounced that several ways over the last couple of years. Napavanis, I think, is the acceptable way in Breese. Long snap, going to throw, comes to the near side. It's caught at the 45, and he's out about the 49, well short of the first down. Nice reaction time, nice ankle tackle there by Logan Arndt, and it's 4th down. Just shy of the 50, so a gain of 4. And nice reaction by Arndt. So it's 4th and long 2.
And that was Napavanis out of the backfield that time catching that pass. So he's had his hand on the ball every time, and looks like they're going to go.
It is really going to be easy if he carries every play.
Well, sure. Easy for us.
Yeah. More Napavanis. Okay, here he goes. Looking to throw. Goes to the far side, and it's dropped. Hearts football.
Yeah, that pass was pretty low.
And across the 50-yard line. Hearts are going to start in Mater Dei territory. Yeah, he didn't give him much of a chance to make the catch there, did he?
Yeah, Braunmeyer rolling out to his right, tried to throw that one on the run and left it around his shoe tops, wasn't able to go down and get it. So Effingham will take over right at midfield at exactly the 10-minute mark.
So a good stand by the defense, and we said defense is where the Hearts have the most experience. Let's see what this offense can do. And I know they're all excited and all that. Just hang on to the football, boys. Shack lines up under center on 1st and 10, looking to throw. Throws to the flats. It's caught out there. And a nice return, first down, or a nice gain, in fact, inside the 40. Good grab over there by Tristan Duncan, and we'll be talking about him a lot this year. First down for the Hearts.
Just a quick little screen pass there, and Duncan able to take it down the left sideline all the way to the 39-yard line. 11-yard pickup for number 11.
Good alliteration. Alliteration? Ah, well. I don't have my thesaurus with me. So 1st and 10 at Mater Dei's 39. First play gets the Hearts a first down. Nathan Shackelford stays up under center. There's the snap, looking to hand off this time to the deep back, and a good gain. Keep those legs churning. Got near the 35-yard line. Nice work by Logan Brown. And he is set down, the nose of the football just shy of the 35-yard line. So I'll give him 5 because we're generous people.
And that's what Logan brings to the table. You know, he is able to shake off that first contact, put his shoulder down, and just keep pushing forward.
And healthy. He went through a spell where he wasn't well last year. All right, so 2nd and 5.5. Throw to the flats, caught again by Duncan. Great block over there, and he's got a big gain inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, shout out to number 24, Cameron Kalber, out there on the left side as well for throwing that block to seal things off and give him a ton of space to run.
Gain is to the 23, so from the 35 to the 23, a gain of 12, Dustin. And the new set of downs for the Hearts, and after the defense stopped Mater Dei, the offense is feeling their oats here.
Yep, 3 plays run, 2 of them for first down. So pretty healthy offensive set so far.
Shack stays up under center on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Here's the handoff to Brown. Logan's got a good run going. He's inside the 20, and he's still diving and driving near the 15-yard line. Good run. He's bigger and stronger this year, and that's contributed to a lot more ability to keep pounding the football. He's about the 16, let's call it. 23 to the 16, a gain of 7, and it's 2nd and 3. Hang on to the football.
Again, it's not like there was some big hole to run through there for Logan. He just pushed his way through. Brute strength.
Hang on to the football. Duncan split out here near to the near side. They shift, and they've got the tight end in the operation, but they run it up the middle to Brown, and that time Mater Dei sniffed it out, and they drive him back. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they spot it. But they reacted well that time.
A lot of pre-snap shuffling there as Kalber moved to the other side of the line. I think Gillum might have been in motion as well, but all told, no gain on the play.
So they put it back down at the 16-yard line. So, yeah, you're right, no gain. Boy, it is really raining here now in Breese.
Yep.
Hang on to the football. Have I said that before?
Once or twice.
Shack up under center. Looking to throw, hands off instead to Brown. He dances and drives and falls forward and eventually got some yardage, and I think he got the first down.
It's going to be real close. We're starting to get to the point where our vantage point is not great, but about the 13 is where the line judge is at.
Needed 3 and he got 3, right?
Yeah, it looks like they are saying first down.
Moving those chains. So gain of 3, nice run by Logan Brown. So the Hearts have driven down to the 13-yard line now. Got the ball on. There we go. We're getting it corrected on the scoreboard. Looking to hand off. Brown again. Good opening. He's inside the 5, and that would be really close to another first down. Boy, nice pulling on the right side of the line. Gave him a lot of room to roam. They'll spot it at the 3. I'm saying the 3, from the 13 to the 3. He is, look at the sticks on the side. He's really close to another first down. So 2nd and less than a yard at the 3. Hearts driving, hoping to score first series of the year. Brown to the left side, got it. Touchdown Effingham. Went to the left side of center that time. Took it in from 3 yards out, and the Hearts take a 6-0 lead. The score comes with 6:42 to go in the opening quarter. Boy, the defense did the job, and the Hearts turn right around, come back, and score their first possession of the season. And Bo Hefner's going to try the extra point now for the Hearts. Again, Parker Wolf, the holder, gets it down, kicks up, looks good to me. The officials agree, and it's 7-0 Hearts. Wow, the perfect scenario so far. 6:42 to go. First quarter, Effingham 7, Mater Dei nothing. Kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
Coach Hefner's the ball boy. He went out and got that ball. Now we're ready to go. They're switching off, trying to keep a dry ball there as much as they can. Here's Bo Hefner's kickoff. He comes to the near side of the field, taken inside the 10 at 9. 9 is where they got that, and he gets it out across the 25, and down he goes. Wow, Chase Woomer, and who else is in the mess there? Number 30. I like that number. Sean Cochran. Those two guys in on the special teams tackle. And let's see where they eventually set it down once they get it dried off enough. Scored at the 28-yard line. That's where this drive will start. So he got it at the 9, returned it to the 28. That's where Mater Dei will get it 1st and 10. That Hearts scoring drive, 8 plays, 50 yards, took 3:18, highlighted by Logan Brown's 3-yard touchdown run. And the kick for 1 was good, and the Hearts are in front 7-0. Here's Mater Dei's first play this series. They give it off or on the side, and a big opening, and he's out across the 45-yard line before they finally bring him down. Nothing fancy. Came to the near side and then turned it up. And finally, Logan Brown came over to help, and also out there on the stop was Jacob Logan. But it's a gain to the 47-yard line.
Yep, 19-yard pickup for Napavanis, and the biggest of the game, obviously.
So 1st and 10 for the Knights at their 47-yard line. Got a man in motion, looking to hand off, and they do, and it's up the gut, and he's across midfield. Now he's taken to the far side. Can't make the, yes, he does stay on his feet. Gets it inside the 40. Finally, he's driven out. And Luke Spencer had a shot at him. He couldn't get him down, and finally he's driven out of bounds over there inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. And I think that Mason Hasty got over there and drove him out of bounds.
So maybe the scoring drive for Effingham lit a fire underneath Mater Dei here.
Yeah, gain of 14 yards, and we have timeout on the field. I think we either have a timeout.
Yes.
All right. I'm always leery in the weather like this about why we might have a stoppage in play. So timeout, and we'll just keep it here, Brian, at this point. 6:06 to go in the opening quarter. Hearts in front, 7-0.
Yeah, so Effingham, their defense gets the 4 and out on the first possession, turns that into a score. But here, a couple of quick running plays, and Mater Dei has moved the ball 43 yards already, or 33 yards already. Going to have to tighten this up a little bit.
14-yard gain that time for Napavanis. He has been involved in toting the ball or catching the ball in every play that Mater Dei's run so far. Again, going to throw. Across the middle, it's up in the air and finally falls to the turf. Effingham had about as good a shot as anybody. Parker Wolf had a look at it, but it finally hit the turf before anybody could make the grab, and it's incomplete.
That's just a short, quick pass. Hit the receiver right in the hands. It hit him in the hands and went straight up in the air, and that's makes a defensive back's eyes light up, but nothing doing on that play.
Tough to catch a ball thrown that hard from that short a distance.
Yeah.
So the incomplete pass, they throw it to the flats. It's caught out there, and a short gain, maybe a gain of 1. Give him to the 38. Yeah, give him 1 yard. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 9. And, of course, it's Napavanis.
Yeah, out of the backfield again. Just a short little gain. His second reception of the night. He's got up to 5 yards receiving.
So the gain to the 38 makes it 3rd and 9. Again, they are at the Effingham 38-yard line. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. In case you're just joining us, we had a lightning delay. That's why we started that's why we're only with 5.5 to go in the first quarter. We're not any farther along. From the shotgun here on 3rd and 9, and the Hearts don't jump. So now they bring a guy to the middle. That's Napavanis. Instead, they fake a handoff. Now they're rolling to the near side, looking to throw. Throws deep to the end zone, and it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Flag on the play. I'm going to guess that there's probably a hold.
You'd suppose it's hold, and if I'm Effingham, I think I'm declining because that'd make it 4th down. Let's see what Coach Hefner decides. He may want to push him back, though. I understand that thought, too.
I'd be leery about it just for those couple of runs.
Hold on Mater Dei. Oh, and there's a penalty on the Heart, so offsetting penalties. So nothing.
Yeah, they call a pass interference down the field, I guess. But
crackback block. Okay. So anyway, offsetting penalties.
At any rate, yeah. Seemed to confuse Coach Hefner on the sideline a little bit. He didn't seem thrilled about it.
I think he saw the Mater Dei penalty, didn't see the one on the Hearts. So it's 3rd and 9 at Effingham's 38 for Mater Dei. 5:10 to go opening quarter. Hearts in front, 7-0. Opening night of the 2019 high school football season. So back in the shotgun again is Braunmeyer. Got a man lined up beside him. That's Napavanis. Man in motion from the near side to the far side. Fake the handoff, looking to throw across the middle. Here the Hearts have him run. The run throw across the middle is caught. Caught inside the 10-yard line. What a grab. Oh, and he points to make sure we all noticed. It's 1st down to the 6.
88.
Pretty catch.
Mitchell, how are you guys pronouncing that?
Hockey. Yeah, it's Hake and Effingham, but it's hockey down here. So the gain to the, where did they finally mark it at? The 6. So from the 38 to the 6, gain of 32, Dustin, on that one. And 1st and 10, 1st and goal at the 6. Hearts in front 7-0, but Mater Dei obviously knocking on the door here with 4:54 to go in the opening quarter. So now let's see how they play it, as somebody else has been involved in the offense besides Napavanis. They run it up the gut, and Napavanis gets an opening. Nice block thrown, and he's in for the touchdown. So it's 7-6. Nice work. Good work by the kids up the middle there for Mater Dei. And meanwhile, Zach Napavanis takes it in. 4:50 left in the first quarter as that score occurs. So Breese Mater Dei within 1, and let's see about the extra point here. Looks like they're going to kick. And they shift. Hearts do that a lot. And the kick and the boot, and it is no good. Shanked it left, so the Hearts still lead. 4:50 to go, opening quarter. It's Effingham 7, Breese Mater Dei 6. Kickoff on the way in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Well, the extra point kick was hooked to the left, so it was no good. So Effingham still in front, but it's 7-6 now. Mater Dei a 6-play, 72-yard drive, took 1:52. Came with 4:50 left in the first quarter on a run by Napavanis of 6 yards. But again, the kick no good, so the Hearts are still in front 7-6, and the Hearts are going to get the football. 4:50 left in the opening quarter. Again, we had a delay in the start because of lightning, and there's still plenty of lightning, but it's all been to the east of us, past us, and so they're letting play continue. Here's the kickoff, low line drive, taken by Parker Wolf. Coming to the near side, gets a nice, that's not Parker, it's Chase Woomer, and he gets it out to the 35-yard line. Nice return, because, gosh, he took that, the 10, Dustin?
A couple steps up from the 10. I had 13 written down. But a line drive kick, and he took it and got all the way out to the 36.
So good field position to start this drive. Effingham in front again, 7-6 the score. They converted, and Mater Dei did not. That's the difference here. Nice return by Chase Woomer. He's going to stay in the tailback spot here on this series. Shack up under center, and here's the handoff to Woomer, and he gets stopped at the 35, falls forward to the 36, so I think they'll mark this no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Woomer, a slight figure, 5'8", 160 pounds for the junior, but he does muscle up back to the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 10 on the no gain. Rain continues to fall here in Breese. Shackelford headed to the sidelines to get the play. And the Hearts' big center, Stetson Green, out over the ball. Shack from the shotgun first time tonight. Little spread formation. Hand off to Woomer. No, Shack keeps. He goes up front and gets it out near the 40. We'll see about the exact spot here. Looks like a gain of 3 to the 39, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
You needed to get a little something there after the no gain on first down, but still plenty of yardage left to have to pick up for the first down here. It's going to take a good play here.
At the 39-yard line, 3rd and 7. Shackelford comes to get the play. Jet Gillum back in the game.
Tristan Duncan lined up wide right in front of us. Look to see him get involved probably.
Got guys split wide both sides of the football. Let's see what happens. He's rolling to the near side. There's the pass. It's caught. Nice catch. First down and then some. Stepped out of bounds at the 49, but that's enough for a Hearts first down.
It's too bad that he did, because there was still open field in front of him. Had another 5 to 10 yards gain if he could manage to keep off that sideline, but a nice catch for Jet Gillum, and gets those chains moving.
39 to the 49, a gain of 10 for Gillum. And the new set of downs for the Hearts. So the Hearts came up on a nice third down situation and convert. 3:14 to go, opening quarter. Clock stopped. He stepped out of bounds. There's a 40-second and a 25-second clock, too. Need to talk about that at some point this evening, too. A change. Shack from the shotgun, pitches it. Woomer cross midfield, gets near the 45 before they finally wrestle him to the ground. His mouthpiece came flying.
A couple of guys wrapped him up by the time it was all said and done. Like we mentioned, 160 pounds, about 2 times that much weight, bringing him down to the turf.
Jacob Stoneburner, being a good teammate, went over and got the mouthpiece. Says, here you go, Chase. From the 49 of Effingham to the 46 of Mater Dei, a gain of 5, and it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it was a good pickup.
2:45 to go, opening quarter. Hearts in front, 7-6. We come home next week. And look forward to seeing all you there. And the Hearts need to call time. Coach comes out. He wants to chat. So timeout, Hearts. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Effingham leads at 7-6 here on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, 2nd and 5. Hearts into Mater Dei territory. Shack looking to throw. He scrambles and finally decides to run and got back maybe to the line of scrimmage. My one concern about Shack being such a great runner is that he wouldn't stay in the pocket. That time he probably stayed a little longer. Coach Hefner's saying, young man, I think maybe you had a better option there.
Pumped once, pumped twice. He had a lot of time back there, but didn't see anything downfield he liked, and just eventually ran out of time to maneuver. So
lost a yard back to the 47. So that brings up 3rd and 6. Ideal passing down, right?
Gonna have to, but so far it's worked out pretty well. He's 3 for 3.
Again, from the shotgun, man lined up beside him. Got 2 guys split out here to the near side. Let's see what happens. Rolling to the near side, looking to throw. Here comes Mater Dei. He pulls it back down, now runs, and he's got a good opening, and he's near the 40. I think he might have the first down.
Had to get to the 41, and that's right about where the line judge is coming. This is probably going to require a measurement, and they set that one down between the hash marks on the 41 and the 42. Not the greatest spot. They're going to have to measure this. Now they're going to just say 4th down.
Yep. About half a yard.
I'm going to say 42 then. So.
Yeah, thank you. Good call. So gain to the 42, so it's 4th and less than a yard. Good big early play here for the Hearts. They lead at 7-6 with it just outside a minute to go in the first quarter. Check back up under center here. There's the whistle on the sideline. Let's see what that's about. Timeout, Mater Dei. So this time it's the Knights that call time. So getting a lot of early breaks here. Minute 1 to go, first quarter. It's Effingham 7, Mater Dei 6 here on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
All right, we're back here at Breese at Mater Dei High School. It's 7-6 Effingham leading Mater Dei with a minute 1 to go in the opening quarter. The Mattoon game's already been postponed. They're going to play tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So Green Wave fans and Apollo Conference fans, so you're aware of that. All right, it's 4th and less than a yard for the Hearts. They're at Mater Dei's 42-yard line. Here we go. Shack up under center. There's the snap. Goes to the deep back. That's Woomer. He has it. He's to the 40 anyway, and that's enough. And then I lost him. but he fell forward for the first down, and folks, that's the bottom line. Mark it right at the 40, a gain of 2, and a new set of downs for the Hearts.
Yeah, we were talking during the break, Greg, that's a situation last year where Landon Wolf, he's just going to keep it every time, and there's really nothing much that anybody could do to keep him from gaining a half a yard in that situation. But this time they hand it off to a deep back, and it still works out. Effingham keeps the chains moving.
Hearts still in the eye here. They've got Calber out here to the near side, but they're going to hand off to the deep back, and again, that's Woomer, and he got stood up this time. Wow.
This seems to be Woomer's possession here as they have gone to him strictly, and that time he was able to push forward for a yard.
To the 39, so it's 2nd and 9, and that might have been the last play of the first quarter. As we're down to 15 seconds. Effingham in front here by 1, and everybody will let the clock count down and get ready to change positions on the field. It's coming, I promise. 2, 1. And that is the interesting sounding horn that signals the first quarter has come to an end. Effingham leads it by 1. Effingham 7, Mater Dei 6, opening night on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
A quarter in the books. We're making up for lost time. That's a quick first quarter.
Yeah, lots of completed passes on Effingham's side. Lots of running the ball on a rainy night, and Effingham's in the middle of a possession that has gone on for 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and this will be their 9th play. But still 39 yards to go to the Mater Dei end zone.
7-6 Hearts as we start this second quarter. Effingham scored their first possession of the season. So from the 39, we'll see what happens. Shackelford back in the shotgun here. There's a low snap, but he got it. They run it. Oh, nice block on the left side, and then turning it up, I think, is Woomer again. He got it inside the 35, so a decent gain, but that'll bring up third down.
Set it just inside the 35, somewhere between 35 and the 34. So he picked up a little bit, but a ways to go here on third down.
So gain, what, about 5?
Yep.
So 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. We're just into the second quarter play again. We had lightning delay the start of the game. That's why we're just now into the second quarter. Other games most likely well ahead of us. But we'll see what we can do about catching up. Shackelford's going to stay in the shotgun here on 3rd and 5. Low snap, he picks it up, rolling to the far side, comes back, pass across the middle, it's caught, but then Gillum lost his footing and goes down at about the 32-yard line. That's the first time, Dustin, where we've seen the wet field play an impact.
Yeah, and so, a couple things happen there. Shackelford has to pick up the low snap off the turf. That throws everybody's timing off a little bit. And then when Gillum catches that pass, tries to turn upfield, feet come out from underneath him. I think he's able to seriously make a play for the first down if he's able to keep his feet. But instead, this is spotted at the 32 and still a couple of yards to go on 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and 2, and the Hearts will obviously go for it inside the Mater Dei 35. A big play here. Boy, you'd love to keep this possession going. Shackelford in the shotgun. Snap gets away from him. He can't pick it up yet. He gets away, though. He's going the far side. He's got a lot of room. Get across that line, young man. First down, and then some. He's inside the 20-yard line. First down, Hearts.
I mean, just a completely busted play, but Shackelford able to make something happen with his legs, get that first down, and that is, it's not pretty, but it's fun.
It is fun. A lot of fun. To the 21, from the 32 to the 21, a gain of 11, and a new set of downs for the Hearts. That is what a scrambling quarterback will do for you. He just couldn't get the handle on it. He bent down and tried to pick it up, and it fell again, and he tried to grab it, and here they came, and he went to the far side of the field, and nobody reacted well, and he has a first down. Hearts 1st and 10 at Mater Dei's 21. Shack back up under center on this first play. Great block up the middle. Look at Woomer go. He's inside the 10 near the 5. What a great job of blocking up the middle.
It's back-to-back first down runs for Effingham, and now they're knocking on the door.
Woomer, nice job of hitting the hole. And the gain is to the 8. You got 8-yard line. So, first down Effingham. First and goal at the Mater Dei 8.
It was Wimmer's 6th carry for 25 yards. Logan Brown 6 for 27. Effingham running the ball all right so far.
Nathan Shackelford up under center. They shift that overloaded right side. Looking to throw. No, yeah, he does. Rolls, throw across the middle. Let him a little long. Diving attempt. Falls incomplete. No chance for the catch. I think that was Herbeth out there that was the intended receiver. Here, Colin Weymouth, one of the other, 88 or 89. Colin Weymouth, but it's incomplete. Just let him a little long, Dustin.
Yep, and that's Shackelford's first incompletion. He had connected on his first 4 pass attempts of the night.
So the ball's at the 8, second and goal. Hearts in front, 7-6, 9:28 to go, second quarter. Love to come down here and get a win. Anytime. Did that last year. In the playoffs. Shack up under center here. Second and goal. Hands off. Woomer got stuffed. Might have got a yard or two. Not much. And that'll bring up third down.
And the important thing here is also, ball security, because you're pretty much in where it's a field goal would be like an extra point. So you want to get in the end zone, obviously, but you want to make sure you take care of the ball and get points on the board one way or the other.
Mater Dei calls time. Ball's at the 7. Timeout. Knights, 9:10 to go, second quarter. It's Effingham 7, Mater Dei 6 here on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Hearts have the football at the Mater Dei 7-yard line. 9:10 to go, second quarter. Effingham's in front, 7-6. It's third and goal at the Mater Dei 7-yard line. Let's see what Brett Hefner has pulled out of his bag of tricks here.
Yeah, obviously you got 2 plays to work with here, but you'd like to cut up a bunch of that yardage right here.
From the shotgun, Shackelford's got Woomer lined up beside him. Looking to throw. Goes across the middle, got a man there, and he let him a little long. It's incomplete, and that'll bring up fourth down. So, just figured he couldn't get it there. Let's get the thing out of everybody's reach. That way it can't get picked. So that brings up fourth and goal, again from the 8-yard line.
And I guess will they go for it or will they kick it? They're going to kick it, as you see number 46 for Effingham come out on the field. That's obviously Angel. So,
yeah, I think you'll see Ivan Angel and Bo Hefner take turns this season. They're both listed as the kicker. So Parker Wolf to hold. Again, Luke Spencer's going to be the long snapper this season. And Angel to kick. They'll set it down at the 15. The placement, the kick's up, looks good to me. The officials agree. Field goal is good. 25-yard field goal extends the Hearts' lead, and they got something out of the possession. 10-6 Hearts comes with exactly 9 minutes to go, second quarter. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
So the Hearts score. Long drive, 15 plays, 67 yards, 7:50 off the clock. Highlighted by Ivan Angel's 25-yard field goal, came with 9 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Hearts extend their lead to 10-6. And here's the kickoff. Angel did such a good job getting the field goal. He kicks, and he's inside the 10, about the 6-yard line. Mater Dei comes up the far side, and down he goes, shy of the 30-yard line, so pretty good coverage. And the Knights will pick it up and go first down at their 26-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Mater Dei at the 26. And this drive starts with 8:55 left in the second quarter. Hearts in front 10-6 after the field goal. Man, I think he could have gone 35 yards, don't you, Dustin?
It was a good one.
So 10-6 Hearts, and Braunmeyer from the shotgun on first down here for Mater Dei. Rain continues to come down here. Napavanis, who's probably refreshed by the rain. They give a handoff to a different kid, and he goes to the far side, and he's still loose, and he's out across the 40, and somebody better catch him, and he gets away from Luke Spencer, had a good angle, but he missed him. Parker Wolf's got the angle, and he takes him down, but he's close to the Hearts' 30-yard line. It is Napavanis. They just brought him from a different direction, Dustin.
He put quite a few moves on a number of Effingham defensive players and got that one all the way to Effingham's 31-yard line.
So from the 26, that's 24, 43. And 19 is 43 yards on the gain.
So
Holy cow.
He went from 42 yards on 5 carries to 85 yards. He doubled his totals in one run there.
Didn't like his average, did he? So 1st and 10 there at the Hearts 31. Let's see what happens here. Napavanis faked the handoff, and he gets crushed. Big loss back near the 35-yard line. That didn't work.
Yeah, it was actually the quarterback, Braunmeyer, who had the football. He held on to the football. I don't know if it was a bad exchange or if that was just the play didn't have time to develop, but he takes the hit back to the 34-yard line.
So a loss of 3. That'll make it 2nd and 13. 8 minutes to go before halftime. Hearts lead 10-6 here at Breese against Mater Dei. So, 2nd and 13 now. You like that. Braunmeyer from the shotgun. One man lined up behind him. Hands off. No, he fakes it. Goes across the middle, and it's incomplete. Great coverage out there by the Hearts. They were ready in a moment. Notice Jacob Logan, good coverage there. Might have had a shot to knock it away, but then he saw it was not going to be caught, and so he let it go. Incomplete pass brings up a 3rd and 13. 7:46 left in the third quarter. Hearts are home next week, so we'll look forward to seeing y'all out at Klosterman Field at 7 o'clock next Friday night. Braunmeyer again from the gun, and 6 or 7 people were moving from Mater Dei. I think they don't allow that.
It's going to be the first. It's going to be the first charged penalty of the game. We had flags earlier in the game, but they were offsetting penalties. This is going to be the first time they've walked anything off.
So from the 34 to the 39, 5-yard procedure penalty. So now it's 3rd and 18. So let's see what Mater Dei tries here. They have to get to the 21 for a first down. The ball's at the 39. So 3rd and 18. And let's see what happens. 3rd and 18 at the 39. Braunmeyer from the shotgun. Got a man lined up behind him. High snap. Throws it outside, and it's incomplete. Jacob and Logan Brown was keeping an eye on the intended receiver just to be on the safe side. Pass was wide. That'll bring up 4th and 18.
It's trying for a short little dump off there, but left it way high. And honestly, again, a tough snap throws off the rhythm for the quarterback, and his throw was off target. And so now they're got a long way to go here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it, obviously. They're inside the Hearts 40. But they have to get to the 21. It's 4th and 18. And so we'll see what happens here.
They've busted off plays, 2 or 3 plays in this game big enough to get that first down. Hopefully not here.
Braunmeyer from the shotgun. Good snap this time. Taking his time, throws out here in the flats. It's caught by Napavanis. He gets away from one man, but not from 3 others. He gets just inside the 40. Ball's loose, but had they blown it dead? I hear a lot of whistles.
I don't know.
Ball got loose, and I think they're going to say that it's going to be Hart's position regardless because they didn't get the first down.
So they will set that down at the
39. Going to rule it incomplete, I guess. Going to stay at 39.
He definitely caught the pass. So he caught it in the backfield, only got back up to the line of scrimmage, and that's where Effingham will take over on downs.
So good work by the defense. They bent but didn't break. And Hearts have a first down, 10 to go at their own 39, 7:17 to go on the second quarter clock. Effingham's in front, 10-6 here at Breese Mater Dei. Nathan Shackelford will be up under center on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Hand off to Logan Brown, and he gets to about the 40, and then it looked like he might have slipped. So the rain's starting to take its toll. Boy, your hope there, Dustin, in a situation like that is you don't want somebody to get hurt. hyperextends something or gets a yard to the 40. So it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it's, prime territory for people's knees to give out on them is the thing you worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Brown had some injuries last year, so you want to keep these guys healthy just week 1. Don't want to see anything freakish happen.
Hart's back to the eye. Shackelford up under center, going to the deep back. That's Brown again. Good gain. Then they stood him up. Maybe to the 43. Let's see about the spot. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and significant distance, giving to the 43 a gain of 3. So that'll be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6, I guess, because he got a yard on the first play. So 3rd and 6. Football at the 43-yard line. 43-yard line for the Hearts. 6 minutes to go before halftime. 10-6 Effingham. Let's see what happens on this 3rd and 6 play. Oh, boy, Gillum just got off the field. We'd had too many men on the field, but nice sprinter speed there. There's a snap, and let's see what this is about.
It still cost them. The play clock had run down, yeah. So it's so he got off the field, but they couldn't start their count until he got off, and as a result, it's going to cost Effingham 5 yards.
That's a first game mistake, something like that. So, play clock had died. It had expired. Well, now they're also calling false start.
Either way.
Regardless, it's a 5-yard walk-off. So back to the 38-yard line. Lost 5 to the 38. So the Hearts are at their own 38. Now it's 3rd and 11. And let's see what happens here on 3rd and long. Shackelford from the shotgun with the rain coming down in sheets. There's the snap. Time to throw. Looking across the middle. Oh, it's just through Tristan Duncan's hands, incomplete.
Just a little tall for him as Duncan had run a good route, created the space to make that catch, but a little high off the fingertips and not able to haul it in.
So that's 4th and 11, and the Hearts are going to have to kick it away. So Dawson Witten makes his first appearance of the season. He will be the Hearts punter again this year. 5:35 to go, 2nd quarter. Hearts in front here at Breese, 10-6. Rain keeps pouring down. Cheerleaders look wet but undaunted down here on the sidelines for Effingham. Witten took it at about the 25. Good punt. Good punt. Gets it inside Mater Dei's 40 anyway, near about the 36-yard lines where they'll say it went out of bounds. So from Effingham's 38, Dustin, to Mater Dei's 36 is the kick. So 26 yards, I think.
From the 38 to the 28.
It's from the 38 to their 36. So I believe that's 26-yard punt, and Mater Dei will take over at their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, 26-yard punt for Dawson.
5:28 to go, 2nd quarter. Mater Dei stopped the Hearts, and now let's see what their offense does with this opportunity. They ran Napavanis to the right side of Braunmeyer. He was on the left side. Now they're going to run him to the left side. They got some blocking, and he gets it out across the 40, and down he goes, but he got near the 44-yard line. Hearts' first defender popping up off the stack is Alex Bachman. But it's a gain to the 43. So from the 36 to 43 to gain a 7, and it's 2nd and 3. 5 minutes left in this 2nd quarter, and too many people moving. Mater Dei receiver out here broke and immediately clapped his hands. He knew he had erred. Mitchell Hockey, who's a heck of a football player. He is, I saw information in the Post-Dispatch that he's a player to watch down here in the Metro East, but that time he got a little excited. So it's 2nd and 8. Braunmeyer from the shotgun. 14 on the play clock. Man in motion. Now there's finally the snap. There's a handoff up the gut, and he got second wind, and he's getting it out across the 45. He's near a first down. Short, but near a first down. Boy, they had him stopped, and he got away, and Napavanis gets it out to the 46-yard line. So from the 38 to the 46, a gain of 8. And that will make it 3rd and 1, and they're going to use the hurry-up offense here. Hart's defenders are ready, though. Braunmeyer was up under center for one of the rare times here in the half. Stood up and surveyed the landscape. Now he checks the sidelines again. They need less than a yard for a first down. Looking, and he just drove forward. So that's a smart play. They tried all kinds of razzle-dazzle, and finally they just ran it up the gut, and it's a gain to midfield. 46 to the 50, gain of 4, and that's enough for a first down for the Knights. 4 minutes left before halftime. Harts lead it 10-6 here at Breese. Braunmeyer going to stay up under center on 1st and 10. And he's checking the sideline. Now he drops back into the gun. Napavanis lined up alongside him. They've got 2 guys here to the near side, another man deep on the far side. Send a man in motion to the far side in the slot. Eventually they're going to throw, and it's across the middle, and it's knocked away. Heck of a defensive play by the Harts. Jacob Logan got a hand up and knocked away what could have been a touchdown, Dustin.
Yeah, I thought at first that the receiver broken open to the middle of the field and was going to have some room in front of him, but you're right. Effingham able to close in, and Jacob Logan makes a nice play to knock that one away.
Boy, he played it well. Yes. Stayed right with him step for step, reached around, swatted the ball away. So it's 2nd and 10. 3:34 to go, second quarter. Harts by 4. Got a field goal. That accounts for the 4, and they missed an extra point. From the shotgun now, Braunmeyer, high snap, he's good. Looking to the near side, throws out here in the near side. It's caught inside the 50, and a nice run after the catch. And eventually he is taken down, knocked off balance by Logan Art, but the catch is good by Ben Casson, big 6'3" senior tight end. And the gain is to the 41 of Effingham, so a gain of 9, Dustin. So that'll make it 3rd and less than a yard.
He got tripped up, but he stayed on his feet.
Handoff up the middle, and speaking of tripped up, a guy was going for the first down on the rush, and Napavanis went down on the wet turf, and so now it's 4th down, and he lost about a half a yard. Football's put down back out across the 41-yard line, so it's a good, healthy 1 yard that they need for a first down, so 4th and 1. Big play here. From the shotgun, Braunmeyer checks the sideline and hoping the Harts will jump, and they aren't. And he calls another signal and checks the sideline. And
5 seconds.
I'll take a delay of game. That's okay. Waiting, and they don't call a snap, and they finally had to call a timeout, so they didn't get a delay of game. I don't know what the deal was there. But timeout, Mater Dei with 2:25. Somebody on the sidelines was watching the play clock, and so they called the timeout with about 1 second left. 2:25 to go, second quarter. It's Effingham 10, Breese Mater Dei 6 here at Breese on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
2:25 to go before halftime. It's Effingham 10, Breese Mater Dei 6 here at Breese. Season opener for both these ball clubs. A lot of rain falling. We dealt with lightning earlier. Thankfully, it looks like the lightning has passed. Ball's at the 41 of Effingham. Mater Dei has a 4th and 1 situation. Let's see what happens here. 4th and 1 at the Harts 41. Braunmeyer from the shotgun brings a man in motion from the near side, lines up at the tight end spot. Here's the handoff. No, he throws, and it's caught, and it's a first down, and he's going to get a bundle. He may be headed for pay dirt. Touchdown, Mater Dei. Are they going to say it's at the 1?
Yeah,
They're going to say it's at the 1.
Got him down just inside.
Harts closed well, but it's a catch by Casson and a nice run after the catch to the 1. First and goal for the Knights at the Harts 1 yard line, a gain of 40 yards.
Almost all run after catch, just a little dump pass, and he had an open field in front of him and got almost all the way into the end zone.
So first and goal at the Harts 1. Up under center, of course, and Braunmeyer tries to go in, and he dives forward. Touchdown, Mater Dei. So Mater Dei gets their first lead of the night with 2:05 to go in the second quarter. That makes it 12-10 Mater Dei. Again, the score comes with 2:05 left in this second quarter. So Mater Dei scores from one, but the big play by Casson set up that score, no doubt about it. Run by Braunmeyer for one gives them the touchdown. They're still debating about what they're going to do. I think they're going to kick. And they're going to go for two. Shows what I know. So they'll try a two-point conversion here. Braunmeyer from the shotgun. Got everybody lined up. Looking to throw. Crows into the end zone, and it is dropped.
Nope, he caught it. It was Vance caught it out of the backfield.
Excuse me. I thought I saw his hands spread, and he was just showing that he got it. Okay, so two-point conversion successful. Mater Dei extends the lead to 14-10. The score comes again with 2:05 to go in the second quarter. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Squib kick taken at about the 27-yard line or so and returned out across the 30. Not much chance for a return to the 43. And I'm believing Gabe Keeney was the man who went up and got that ball and returned it
to the 33.
Started to get some elevation. Gabe did a nice job of hanging with that ball to the 33, so he took it about the 28 and the 33. So the Hearts have a new set of downs here with 2:01 to go before halftime. So they got 2 minutes and one timeout left. And let's see what the Hearts can do here. I guess we had the disagreement about the timeout that wasn't a timeout or something, so maybe he's got two timeouts left. Anyway, here's the handoff. No, he kept it. Shackelford coming to the near side, out across the 40, got out to about the 42 before they ran him out of bounds. Nice run. Shackelford from the 33 to the 42, a gain of 9. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1. And he got out of bounds. That stops the clock with 1:53 left. Shack from the shotgun. 2nd and 1. There's a snap. Handoff up the gut. Good run. Think he got the first down. They're going to give him that to the 43, 44 maybe.
Oh.
They'll score it at the 44, and that's enough for a first down. And the runner was Brown?
Yes.
Logan Brown. Got the gain to the 43, and the Hearts get the first down. Throw across the middle. Caught by Tristan Duncan, and he has the first down if they spot it right, and they do. Fisher was a little late getting there. Guy across the middle spotted it. It's complete to Mater Dei's 45. So from the 43 to the 45, a gain of 12 and a new set of downs. 1.5 to go. Handoff, no. Shackelford kept and no gain. They take him down at the 45. So 2nd and 10. 1:24 left now as the clock continues to roll. Hearts at the Mater Dei 45, though. Shack gets everybody set. He's from the shotgun. Low snap. Keeps it. Coming to the near side. Throws it out of bounds because nothing was developing. Stops the clock with 1:09 to go. And that'll bring up 3rd down. And there's a flag. Intentional grounding. So intentional grounding is the rule. There wasn't anybody there, and he clearly threw it out of bounds. So intentional grounding, and that means the Hearts lose the down too. So not only is it a loss of yardage, but it's also a loss of down. So the ball is set down. Better grammar there, Greg. Right at midfield. And a loss of down, so that'll bring up 4th down. So it's 4th down. 1:09 to go. 4th and 10 at midfield. Need something special here. 4th and 15, pardon me, because of the loss of the yardage too. From the shotgun. 4th and 15 from midfield. Shack looking to throw. Looking across the middle. Lets it go. He's got a man there, and it is caught. No, did he get it?
Yes, it was tipped.
Catch!
It was tipped, and then Parker Wolf came in and got it.
Mater Dei touched it. Parker's had a great angle, came to the ball, dove for it, caught it to the 25, a 25-yard gain, and a new set of downs for the Hearts. Just under a minute to go, but they're at Mater Dei's 25, and now we got whistles everywhere. And flags are flying. Looks like the Labor Day parade. False start on the Hearts. So that'll bring it back 5, and that'll make it 1st and 15 with 56 seconds left.
I mean, honestly, they're lucky that was not intercepted because there were 2 or 3 Mater Dei backs in the area, but great play by Wolf to stick with it.
Snap, Shackelford's going to keep, and boy, they were on him in a heartbeat. Gets to the 30, no gain, and that'll make it 2nd and 15. So 2nd and 15 for the Hearts at Mater Dei's 30. Boy, that's quite a grab by Parker Wolf. Be sure to watch CJ's video when you get a chance. There's the snap, handoff to Woomer, and boy, nothing. I think the Hearts have decided maybe it's time to head to the locker room.
20 seconds to go.
3rd and 15. They're in great field position. Let's see if they can get a play going here. Down to 13, down to 12, down to 10. Got people still moving. We're down to 8, down to 7, down to 6. And there's a whistle, and the Hearts finally do use their last timeout. No, Mater Dei called timeout. Mater Dei called time. With 5.1 seconds left, I guess they want to make sure they don't do anything wrong that would let the Hearts get a score here right before halftime. So 5.1 seconds left in this second quarter. Mater Dei's in front here, 14-10.
Not 100% sure why Mater Dei decided to use it, because it seemed to me that the Effingham side of the ball was in disarray as much as anything. They weren't really sure what they were going to do, and this gives the Hearts a chance to draw something up, to set something up, and come out with a stopped clock and run it.
So you know what I say? Well, okay. You're exactly right, though. I think the clock would have run down, don't you?
Well, I think they would have gotten a play off. I just don't think that everything was going to be I don't think everyone was going to be real comfortable. But, hey, with the way Mater Dei's defense has played the last couple of plays, it may not matter whether you have time to set it up or not.
All right, last play of the half. 5.1 seconds left. Shaq's checking the sideline. Coach says, run this. There's the snap. Looking to throw, steps up. Now he's scrambling, needing help. Still scrambling, coming to the near side. This will be the last play of the half. It gets to the 30 to the 25 and near the 20 when they run him out of bounds, but the clock has elapsed. Time has elapsed, and it's halftime. They'll mark it to the 22, Dustin. So the gain's to the 22, and that'll end the first half. So, close one here at the break. Opening night at Mater Dei High School in Breese. At the half, it's Mater Dei 14, Effingham 10. Halftime show on the way on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
We are back at Mater Dei High School in Breese. At the half, it's Mater Dei 14, Effingham 10, but a good first half for our first half of the season. Not a lot of errors, and both teams have had their moments. Each team has scored twice. Difference is Mater Dei scored 2 touchdowns. The Hearts have a touchdown and a field goal, and as a result, Mater Dei on top here at the break, 14-10. As far as the scoring in that first half, Hearts drew first blood, scored on their first possession of the season, an 8-play, 50-yard drive that took 3:18 off the clock, and the score as a result came with 6:42 left in the quarter. That on a 3-yard run by Logan Brown. Kick was good by Hefner, and the Hearts led it 7-0. Mater Dei came back to score with 4:50 left in the first quarter at the end of a 6-play, 72-yard drive, took 1:52 off the clock. And Napavana scored on a 6-yard run. The kick was no good, though, wide left, and the Hearts still were in front, 7-6. and then each team scored in the second quarter. Hearts got a chance to extend their lead at the end of what was a 15-play, 67-yard drive that took 7:50 off the clock. Ivan Angel booted a 25-yard field goal with 9 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Hearts had the lead 10-6. But Mater Dei scored late in the first half, and that came with 2:05 to go in the second quarter. In fact, at the end of an 8-play, 64-yard drive, took 3 minutes 23 seconds, highlighted by Braunmeyer's 1-yard run. But we will say again that Ben Cassen's catch and run is what set up that touchdown, Braunmeyer's 1-yard touchdown run. And the pass play for 2 to Napavanis from Braunmeyer was good. Again, the score came with 2:05 left in the half at the end of an 8-play, 64-yard drive that took 3:23 to complete. And Mater Dei had taken the lead 14-10. And that's where we stand at the break. Mater Dei 14, Effingham 10. We'll check on Dustin's stats. We'll also have more halftime information when we're back at Breese in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
All right, we're back at Breese at Mater Dei High School at the half. It is Breese Mater Dei 14, Effingham 10. Brian's going to be checking on scores. We can tell you that the Mattoon game has been postponed. They are now going to play at 2 o'clock Saturday, so Green Wave fans, be aware of that they will play at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Meanwhile, Brian's working hard to gather scores. So is Dustin, and he is working hard on the stats. So stick with us, and in fact, Dustin's telling me he'll be good to go here in just a second. Want to remind everybody that Effingham will be home next week, taking on the Lincoln Rail Splitters, and Coach Hefner has told me 3 different times that he's really worried about Lincoln. He says they have like 19 starters back from last year, and as such, they are going to have a load of experience that the Hearts are going to have to deal with. So get out there and support the Hearts at the home opener next Friday night at 7 o'clock.
Just given the past performance of Lincoln's program, that's an easy one to sort of overlook. I think as a fan, as a broadcaster, and probably even as a player, no matter how much you might not want to admit it, kids know what they've done against a team in the past, and they have handled Lincoln pretty well since they've joined the Apollo Conference. But yeah, I'm sure he's trying to keep his guys on their toes and keep them up for that game, and so. Hopefully Effingham will be going into that one off of a win. But right now they trail 14-10, the Hearts do. In the first half, Effingham gained 166 yards to Mater Dei's 188. The Hearts ran 34 plays from scrimmage to Mater Dei's 23. Effingham, 11 first downs, 6 on the ground, 5 through the air. The Hearts ran the ball 24 times, gained 94 yards. That's a 3.9 yard average, and scored their only touchdown on the ground. Effingham, 10 pass attempts in the first half, 6 of those completed for 72 yards. Meanwhile, for Mater Dei, they had 8 first downs in the first half, 6 on the ground, 2 through the air. The Knights did a good job running the football. 12 rushing attempts for 102 yards. That's an 8.5 yard average. A couple of really big plays in there, and both of their touchdowns came in the running game. 11 pass attempts for the Knights in the first half of action. 6 of those completed, none intercepted for 86 yards. So again, Mater Dei 188 yards on 23 plays. Effingham 166 on 34. As far as penalties go, Effingham penalized 3 times for 15 yards. Mater Dei, a couple of them for 10 yards. They were not a huge part of the game, although it got a little more frequent there toward the end of the first half. And one might think that as the rain continues to fall, that, I know it's a turf field. It doesn't get sloppy out there, but the gameplay still can a little bit. Everybody a little uncertain on their feet. Could have something to do with it. But fumbles haven't really been an issue either. Effingham's put the ball on the ground a couple of times, but they haven't lost it. And in fact, one of those fumbles, while it was a broken play, led to a huge gain for Nate Shackelford. So first, though, looking at the individual stats, let's start with modern day. Zach Napavanis, 100 yards on 9 carries. So he's obviously doing a great job out of the backfield. He scored 1 touchdown. That was a 6-yard run. Also had a 43-yarder in the first half and gains of 19 and 14 as well. So some big playability out of number 11. And then the only other person to run the ball for the Knights is the quarterback, Reed Braunmeyer. He's got 3 carries for a grand total of 2 yards. But one of those yards was on a touchdown run as he punched in their second score of the night. Braunmeyer, 6 of 11 for 86 yards, as we mentioned. No touchdowns, no interceptions. He has found 3 targets. Ben Casson, 2 catches for 49 yards, including a 40-yard reception that set up that Braunmeyer touchdown run. He also got Mitchell Hockey for a 32-yard reception, and Napavanis has caught 3 passes for just a grand total of 5 yards. They were dumping a couple off to him early on in the game, and Effingham was able to sniff those out pretty well. But he does have 3 catches to go with his 100 yards running, or 100 and it's 100 yards on the ground. Modern day special teams numbers, they don't have any punts yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Cameron Craig has got he's got a kick return for 29 yards, and Napavanis has returned 2 kicks for a total of 39 yards. Looking at the Effingham numbers, Chase Wimmer and Logan Brown have split duties out of the backfield and had pretty similar results. Brown, 8 carries for 31 yards. That includes a 4-yard touchdown run, Effingham's only touchdown of the half. Woomer, 9 carries for 26 yards. And then Shackelford has run the ball 7 times for 37 yards. So Nate is the leading rusher for the Hearts in the first half. Shaq has completed 6 of 10 passes for 72 yards. He completed the first 4 that he threw, went through a little bit of a lull, and then has a couple more completions later in the second quarter. Tristan Duncan, his favorite target, not really a big shock, I don't think. He's caught 3 passes so far for 34 yards. Jet Gillum has caught 2 for 13 yards. One of those receptions, it's a shame, is speaking of the slick playing surface, he had one where he could have potentially gained several more yards, but as it is, 2 catches for 13 yards. And then Parker Wolf, a reception for 25 yards. That was on that tip pass as Effingham was trying to kind of run a 2-minute drill, and they came up short on that, but not without an excellent play by Parker Wolf to stick with one on the tip pass. Dawson Witten, he punted once in the first half. That was a 26-yarder. And then Woomer and Gabe Keeney each have a kick return. Woomer's was for 23. Keeney took a little squib kick and returned it 7 yards out of one of those upfield positions. So there you go. Those are some individual numbers for you. And at the half, Greg, it is modern day 14, Effingham 10, as we get rolling through the halftime show and get ready for the second half of play.
Thank you, Dustin. About 4 minutes left on the clock, and then they'll have 3 minutes to come out and condition. One thing I talked about earlier on was the play clock. Talked about 40-second and 25-second. We're used to 25-second play clock. Well, now the IHSA have tried to standardize things as best they can. Some officials, and we've seen loads of officials, heaven knows, they're all great guys. Some wrap it up, wind it up right now. Go get it, and we're barely on either side of the line of scrimmage. Some guys, you good? You okay there? And it takes all day and part of next week to get a play started. So what they're trying to do is standardize clock so there are things that the official has to do before the clock will go. And we'll see how that works out. There's some things that'll be a 40-second clock and some it'll be a 25. As
with any change, I'm sure that there will be ups and downs and there will be flubs, and that's just how it goes. Everyone's trying their best out there, obviously, but when you change the way you do things, and not everyone's always going to get it right every time. But I think I did watch the video.
Good. Okay.
In its entirety, and I'm not real sure that I'm 100% clear on it yet, but I also don't have to officiate football games, so it was certainly detailed enough. I think that they've done a good job of trying to make sure everybody's on the same page. But got to get out there and do it in a game before it really takes. And so I haven't noticed any issues tonight, I don't think. And so, it's one of those things. Probably a lot more interesting to the guys in stripes than anybody else.
The one thing that occurred to me is that while there was much emphasis in that video that the IHSA put out on the officials, another person's involved in that in a big way, and that's the person that's running the clock, because they have to get everything right too. So we'll see the implications of that over the course of the season. Maybe there won't be any. Let's send it back to the studio, see what Brian has in the way of scores for us. Brian?
All right, yeah, lots of close games out there except for two of the scores. Let's run through those quickly. Cumberland is easily handling LSA out of Decatur. That's a halftime score of 40-0 with Cumberland leading. And also a big game for Macon Meridian as they are leading over Oblong 47-8. That's after 3 quarters. In the other games around the area, a lot closer scores. After 3 quarters, Paris leads Newton 13-6. And gave you that Macon Meridian score. We do have some other postponements, too. Mount Zion versus Highland has been postponed until tomorrow at 7 p.m. Also, Staunton versus Pana postponed till tomorrow at 6 p.m. And we already mentioned that, but one more time, Mattoon versus Troy Triad, due to that weather, is postponed till tomorrow at 2. A couple of other scores sees Robinson tied up with Warrensburg Latham 14-14. That's in the 4th quarter. And another tie score between Taylorville and Mount Vernon 14-14. That's in the 3rd quarter. Marshall leads Lawrenceville 21-8 after 3. And Casey Westfield is ahead of Olney 14-13 in the 3rd quarter. 2 more scores. Flora is handling Red Hill 18-6. That's after 3. And in the 3rd quarter, Macomb leads Charleston 19-10. That's your scores.
Very good. Just wanted to double check, make sure people were aware the Cardinal game got rained out, so they're going to play a doubleheader, and then they'll play a doubleheader on Sunday, is my understanding. So 4 games in 2 days. That'll tax a bullpen, so we'll see how that goes.
They do you always get to call up an extra person for doubleheaders, so I suppose that'll help a little bit. And I suppose it could be a different person each day. And Greg, I'm looking at the radar, and say we got about maybe an hour and a half before some heavier stuff starts rolling in. So we'll see how it goes. But the end of this game could get interesting, depending on the rate at which they play it.
Thank you. Appreciate the update. We'll watch that. As long as it's rain, we're good. That L starts showing up again, we're in problem. Bartonville Limestone's leading Lincoln 7-0 at halftime. Thank you, Dave Waltman. Appreciate you sending that along. So one more score in the mix. Again, next week we are home. The home opener, obviously. 2nd game of the season. I have a keen insight like that. So Lincoln at Effingham, 7 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night, or next Friday night, and we'll have it for you right here on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com. I want to remind you, too, that the Charleston Red and Gold Soccer Tournament continues tomorrow. The Hearts have won their first 2 there, so things are going well for that bunch. And there's cross country and there's all kinds of other activities. So be sure to check the local sports calendar. It's online at 97.9XFM.com and KJCountry.com. Millie does her best to keep straight about 400 games and 13 sports. So keep up to date on 97.9XFM.com and KJCountry.com. Also want to remind you that we have volleyball coming up Tuesday night. The Pink Out match between Effingham and St. Anthony. Matt and I will be over at the Enloe Center at St. Anthony High School. Varsity, probably 7:15-ish. That's usually how it breaks. There's a freshman match and then a JV match, and then the seniors or the varsity will get rolling right about 7:15 or so. We'll have that for you on 97.9 XFM. So keep that in mind for Tuesday night. And all the money raised there goes to the battle against cancer. It's a great cause, and we hope to see you there. If you can't be there, we hope you'll be listening. The last thing I want to remind you about is that we'll have more fall baseball on the way. Our next broadcast of high school baseball should be a good one. St. Anthony and Aldamont. That'll be at Aldamont, 10 o'clock on next Saturday morning. So Matt and Michael have that one for you, as Dustin and I will be done with football Friday night, and so we'll let those gentlemen take care of that one on Saturday morning. We are just about ready for the second half. Boy, the Hearts came out and were so efficient on that first drive, Dustin. Scored and did a pretty good job from that point, but you could see Mater Dei was able to adjust some and slow down the Hearts offense.
Yeah, I think that it might have woke Mater Dei up a little bit, honestly, that first possession, because they came out their next offensive possession after the Hearts had stopped them pretty handily, and really just ran it forward and sort of ran over the Effingham defense. And Effingham's been able to stabilize a little bit, but offensively they're going to get the ball first here in the second half, and they really need to put together a good possession and try to get something going here, because I don't think that this is a Mater Dei team that you want to fall 2 scores behind right now. They are playing some inspired football.
NASCAR tomorrow, 2 o'clock on KJ Country at 102.3. A doubleheader of racing on Sunday, as they had the teams lined up going in the wrong directions. Now they'll get it all straightened out.
Oh, now the Effingham kick returners have to run from one end of the field to the other.
So they're saying, great, now we're loosened up. So 2 o'clock tomorrow for NASCAR on KJ Country. On Sunday, we're going to have an Indy race from Portland. I know they raced out there in Portland. That starts at 2 o'clock, and then as soon as that's over, we'll get you to the Bojangles Southern 500 down in Darlington. And so 4:30 or so. Hopefully we won't miss, but about 2 laps. So 3 races in 2 days for you. We are ready for the second half. Kickoff from the 40, end over end, and hits at about the 20. The Hearts field it and return it to about the 25, and down they go, and that's where Effingham is going to end up getting the football. And Chase Woomer was the return man. He had a busy first half helping carry the football from scrimmage, and the official tossed the ball to the other official, and he tossed it right into the hands of Cameron Calber, who just happened to be running by at the time. Cam says, here, I'll take care of this for you. They'll call it the 24-yard line, 25. Yeah, help me out there, Dustin. What do you think? You make the call.
I'm going to say 25.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Hearts. Trailing 14-10 as we start this second half of football. Opening night for the 2019 season. Nathan Shackelford up under center on 1st and 10. Handoff to the deep back, and up he goes and rolling across the 30-yard line. Good gain on 1st down. That's Logan Brown, and a nice 1st down run.
Yeah, that's what you like to see on 1st down. Well, he opens up the playbook a little bit for you on your 2nd down play as he picks up about 7 yards.
To the 33,
8.
So a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Hearts at their own 33-yard line. Shaq stays up under center on 2nd and short. Gives the ball off finally, and a run near the 35. That's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Something wasn't right there.
Didn't seem to be the cleanest play. He does manage, Logan Brown does manage to get a yard out of the deal, but boy, it didn't look pretty.
I think that Brown was ready to block because I think he thought Shaq was going to keep it, and then he handed it to him. So
bit of miscommunication there, and so now all of a sudden you got a 3rd down play to deal with.
Yep, gain of 1 to the 34, so it's 3rd and 2. A key early down here for Effingham. Shackelford under center, going to keep this time, dives forward, and the ball got loose, and Mater Dei's got it. They tried to just keep and dive forward, and Mater Dei took it away. And so many times through the years, turnovers play such a key role in this game between Effingham and Mater Dei. There was a loss, I think. They haven't set the ball down yet. They don't have a ball set down yet. Now we have a ball, and they'll spot it at the 33, so a loss of 1 on the fumble. And Mater Dei has it knocking on the Hearts' door here. Not how you'd hope the second half would start for sure. 10:49 to go, 3rd quarter. Ron Meyer will set up in the shotgun here for the Knights. Bring a man in motion. That's Napa Vanis. He lines up in the tailback spot. Ron Meyer taking his time. Hearts are adjusting defensively. There's the snap. He's going to throw. He goes deep and throws it over everybody. Incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 10:44 to go. He must have thrown it to where somebody was supposed to be because he flung it across the middle, or he just wanted to make sure it didn't get picked. After they had just gotten it on the fumble, they didn't want to turn it back over.
Yeah, nobody in the neighborhood, that's for sure.
So 2nd and 10 at the 33 of the Hearts. Braunmeyer barks out the signals, then he stops and checks the sidelines, and then he barks out some more signals, and then he checks the sidelines. This really gets annoying after a while. And then he barks out some more signals, and this time it's a snap. And he's looking to throw, goes deep to the far sideline, and is that ball caught? That is a catch. What a catch inside the 15-yard line. What a nice grab. First down, Mater Dei. What a beautiful catch to the 13-yard line. From the 33 to the 13, a gain of 20. And I can't honestly tell you who the receiver was. Here's the snap, and Braunmeyer wasn't ready for it, and he had to fall on the football. He fell forward, and it is fallen on at the 11 by Braunmeyer, so he got 2 yards out of the 16-yard line. 16-yard line. So the ball was at the 13, and that snap is messed up, and he fell on it at the 16, so a loss on the play. So it's 2nd and 13 now, back at the 16-yard line. Braunmeyer ready, looking to throw, lost it into the end zone, got a man there. The catch is made, touchdown, Mater Dei. He went one-on-one with Parker Wolf and went up and made the grab. And Mater Dei extends their lead to 20-10. The score comes with exactly 10 minutes left in the third quarter.
Mitchell Hockey with the catch, 16-yarder, his second reception of the game, and that gives Mater Dei that 2-score lead that we talked about a little bit coming into this half.
So just like that, the fumble leads to an Effingham score. And they will kick this time. They missed on an earlier conversion attempt, then they went for 2, and they are going to throw. And the pass is incomplete. So on the first possession they scored on, they tried a kick and missed it. Then they threw and got a 2-point conversion. This time they faked the kick, threw, and it was incomplete. So the try for 2 is unsuccessful. 10 minutes left, third quarter. Mater Dei has extended their lead here at Breese. It's Mater Dei 20, Effingham 10 on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hearts at their 20-yard line. That scoring drive for Mater Dei, again, they recovered the Hearts fumble. Went 33 yards in 4 plays, just 49 seconds, highlighted by the 16-yard pass reception for touchdown by Hockey. The pass for 2 was unsuccessful. Mater Dei now leads the Hearts 20-10 with 10 minutes left here in the third quarter. Hearts home opener next week, hosting the Lincoln Rail Splitters in Apollo Conference action. We'll see you there next Friday night at 7 o'clock. Well, Shackelford's going to line up in the shotgun to start this series. Got a man in motion to the near side. That is Tristan Duncan, and he gets taken down at the 20. So no gain, and it's 2nd and 10.
Hart's trying something a little different. Duncan, who's caught 3 passes in this game, takes a carry there, but Mater Dei swallowed that one up pretty easily.
Guess he got a yard to the 21. They spotted at the 21, so a gain of 1, so it's 2nd and 9. Yeah, they brought Tristan Duncan from the far side. He got the handoff. Run after the handoff, got him a yard. Shackelford in the shotgun. There's the snap, looking to throw, comes to the near side. It is caught out here by Woomer, got away from a defender. He's near midfield before they take him down. First down, Effingham.
So some reversal of roles here as Duncan takes a run, and then Woomer comes out of the backfield and takes a catch. and gets a big run after the catch all the way across midfield.
To the 46 of Mater Dei, so from the 21, that's a 33-yard pass reception. Oh, now they're going to move back to the 48. Sorry. So back to the 48. They had it at the 46. Meanwhile, the Mater Dei kids on the sidelines here on the Effingham sidelines. So play is halted while trainer Troy takes a look at him. Now they've got the Mater Dei trainer over to help as well. And representative from Benuti's is here, so we're well staffed, and maybe it is a cramp. He's moving. Everything's fine. They're going to get him up. Good. That's really good news. Happy to see him up.
That's Ben Casson, a guy that has been a big part of the Mater Dei offense, and so they would hate to see him lost. And it looks like he's just going to go out to the sideline and stretch himself out a little bit, get some water.
So the Hearts get a first down on that nice run after the catch by Chase Woomer to the Mater Dei 48. First and 10 Effingham. 9:09 to go third quarter. Hearts got Spencer in motion. Luke runs it left to center, got near the 45 before they take him back. So, of course, everything depends on the spot, but I think he made it to the 45. And that's right where they set it down. So a gain of 3. And it's 2nd and 7.
Lots of different looks here.
Hard to key on one person. Lots going on. First game. And we said that we had loads of experience on the defensive side of the ball. Offensive side would be a work in progress, so hang in there. Kalber coming from the near side. Fakes the handoff, checks off to Woomer, throwing deep. He's got Duncan! Tristan Duncan, catch for touchdown! Touchdown Effingham! What a pretty throw.
A couple of different fakes in the backfield, and that got Mater Dei to bite. Duncan got a couple of extra steps coming across the middle of the field, and Shackelford hit him in stride, a 45-yard touchdown. The Hearts are back in it.
Score comes with 8:23 to go in the third quarter. What a beautiful pass play. My goodness sakes. Hearts are going to kick for one. They're back within 20-16, courtesy of that touchdown. Bo Hefner's going to kick this time. Low snap, bounced in there. Kicks up, looks still good. Still got it. Holy cow. We were just trying to get him overconfident. Snap bounced in. Nice work by Parker Wolf to get that thing down so somebody could kick it. It's good, and it's 20-17. So the Hearts are back within 3, 8:23 to go in the third. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
Ivan Angel with the kick to the 10. Mater Dei coming to the near side. Boy, a big return. He's out to the 40, still on his feet. Napavanis got drilled out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Gosh.
And he came so close to stepping out of bounds right where he caught the ball. I mean, that ball probably goes out of bounds if he just lets it fall. But he caught it on the sideline, stayed on the tiptoes, and then ran it down the sideline and got it out to the 41. So good decision.
Coach Hefner was talking to him. He thought maybe they stepped out. They say, nah. So it's 1st and 10 for Mater Dei at their own 41-yard line. 8:15 to go in the third quarter. Hearts are back within 20-17 now. So very interesting ball game. Braunmeyer from the gun hands it off up the gut, and a good run, and he's still on his feet. Boy, nobody can make a tackle. We're down near the 45-yard line. Napavanis. Eventually, Logan Brown came up and made the stop. Sorry to get a little upset there, but
he's a tough kid to bring down, and he runs the ball very well, finds the hole, and gets just a slippery runner there.
So from the 41 to the 46, gain of 13. Braunmeyer faked it. No, he does hand it off up the gut and nothing. Boy, good reaction there by the Hearts defense. Napavanis, and I think he got nothing and might have even lost a half a yard. Nice reaction by the kids in the middle there for the Hearts. And it's backyard to the 46. So it is 2nd and 11 for Mater Dei at the Hearts 46. From the shotgun, Braunmeyer takes the snap and a whistle in the Hearts backfield. Procedure penalty, and I think this one goes against the Knights.
Gives me a chance to tell you that Napavanis, he's got 11 carries for 113 yards, and that 14-yard carry that he had on the previous play is his 4th double-digit run of the night.
The penalty pushes the ball back across the 50-yard line. Right at the 50-yard line, actually. Braunmeyer with football, 2nd and 15 now for Mater Dei at midfield. They bring Napavanis from bring a player from the far side. Braunmeyer's going to let it go. He's got a man down there, and the ball is caught. Caught inside the 20-yard line. Mitchell Hockey strikes again. What a great catch. And Dustin, it's even greater because he was blanketed by a defender.
Yeah, just a nice physical play there as he stays with it.
Midfield of the 15, a 35-yard pass completion. New set of downs, obviously, for Mater Dei. They're going to run it, and they've got to score. Got a big head of speed up, and they couldn't stop him. Napavanis took it in from the far side, angled toward the middle, and the Hearts couldn't catch up, and the touchdown gives Mater Dei a 26-17 lead. So it's back to a 9-point advantage, and let's see what they try now on their conversion. Score comes with 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Braunmeyer alone in the backfield, looking to throw, goes to the middle of the end zone. It's caught for a 2-point conversion. And that's Napavanis as well. Boy, is he going to sleep well. That extends the lead to 11. 6:50 to go, third quarter here at Breese. It's Mater Dei 28, Effingham 17 on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
All right, we're back at Breese. 6:50 to go, third quarter. Mater Dei has extended their lead to 28-17 on that last touchdown. Here's the kickoff. Woomer gets it at about the 10. Coming to the near side of the field. Get him a block. They can't, and he's down at the 25. Call it the 26 officially, so he takes it at the 10, return to the 26, and that's where the Hearts will set up shop this drive. Mater Dei, a 4-play, 59-yard drive, took a minute 33 off the clock, highlighted by Napavanis' 16-yard run, but the pass play really set it up. As a heck of a catch by Hockey. And then Napavanis caught a 2-point conversion pass. So that gives Mater Dei a 28-17 lead here with 6:44 to go in the third quarter. Well, the Hearts have scored, but been giving it up too much. 28-17 Mater Dei. 6:44 to go in the third. Shackelford up under center looking to throw. Got a man out in the flats. That's Cam Kalber, and he is near the 35 before they yank him out of bounds. Pretty high on that tackle. Complete to the 34-yard line. So from the 26 to the 34, gain of 8, and that'll make it 2nd and 2. Clock stops on the man going out of bounds with 6:37 to go in the third.
Kalber, the 5th Effingham player with a reception in this game.
Next week we're home. Home opener, conference opener too, as Hearts play host to Lincoln. Holden Lewis checks in for the Hearts on offense here. He split out here to the near side. 2 receivers out here. And one man to cover him. That's a good matchup, and Tristan Duncan makes the catch. He's out across the 40. Tuck it in, lad.
Yeah.
Down he goes at the 42. It's enough for a Hearts first down. I was nervous.
About the time the fifth man converges on him, you start thinking, boy, it's going to be awful hard to hold on to that football. But he does. Gets it out to the 43-yard line.
Gain of 9, and a new set of downs for the Hearts. So a nice pass. Had two receivers over here and one defender. I liked our chances. And Duncan makes a catch out to the 43-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Effingham, 6:15 to go in the third. Season opener for both these teams. Shack up under center on 1st and 10, gives it to the deep back, that's Logan Brown, and crash, bang, smash him up, and he's out to the 47-yard line. Gain of 4, it's 2nd and 6. You can get 3 and 4 yards and then get a 7 or 8 yard gainer and throw once in a while. You can do a lot of damage.
Trick is to get those running plays to work for the 3-4 yards. If you can get 4 or 5 yards on a run, that's fine, but it hasn't always been there for the Hearts tonight.
Effingham at their own 47-yard line. Shack up under center, brings Holden Lewis in tight. Gonna throw, looking to the far side. Now he's scrambling. Tuck it in and run, son. And he does, and he got near midfield. And that's going to be part of the mix, part of the balance. Shack knowing when to throw and stick around and wait for the pass play and when to just tuck it in and go, because he's a heck of a runner.
Yeah, and I think that you're right. If he takes off a beat sooner there's just a little bit more daylight in front of him, and maybe he gets more than a couple yards out of that play.
Yep, gain of 2 to the 49, so it's 3rd and 4, so decent opportunity here for the Hearts. Yard shy of midfield. We're under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And, of course, it's easy for us to say we're up here seeing the whole field in front of us, so.
Good point. Shack in the gun. Jet Gillum slides over to the left side in the tight end spot. Shack rolls to the far side, passes over Gillum's head, incomplete. Stops clock with 4:42 to go, and that's 4th down. They're right at midfield. I think Coach may go for it. 4th down, about 4. Hearts are at their own 49. They're going to kick.
Yep, Dawson Witten coming off the sideline, so they held off for a second, but ultimately you're going to try to switch field position, and this becomes a big defensive possession for the Hearts.
Whole lot of clock left. Just still 4:40 to go in the third. Hearts down 11. Defense going to have to get a stop here. Witten's punt. Oh, he smoked it. Holy cow, over the guy's head. That may go in the end zone. Touchback.
Yeah,
what a boot.
Hit it a little too good, unfortunately. I'd like for that one to have been just a little bit shorter, make him catch the ball, but they judged that it was going to go over his head, and they'll get ticket at the 20 instead.
So a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 4:35 left in the third quarter. We haven't had a whole lot of plays where a punt's been needed. There was one. Was that the first one that Witten's gotten away, or second?
He had a 26-yarder in the first half.
All right, so second punt for Effingham of the night. 1st and 10 for Mater Dei at their own 20-yard line. Hearts need a big defensive stop this series. Braunmeyer from the shotgun. Snap. Handoff. Coming to the near side. Napavanis, there's a flag, still on his feet, got away again, comes back to the middle of the field, gets it out near the 35-yard line before he finally goes down. Let's see what the flag's about. Hopefully a hold or something, and it is.
And Ben Casson, number 81, again coming up limping a little bit. I think he saw him trying to stretch a calf out after that play, so something for us to keep an eye on. And yeah, for Effingham, fortunate to get that holding penalty called. Brings back what would have been a good run.
Flag's thrown at the 24. They'll mark it back to the 19. 10 yards on the hold, Greg. Back to the 14. So 1st and 20. Now they're back to their 14-yard line. Boy, now you'd love to have the defense amp up here and stop them back here deep, get good field position. I make it sound easy, don't I? So, Braunmeyer from the shotgun. Snap, he's rolling far side. Pass is caught and dropped. Incomplete pass, stops clock with 4:11 to go in the third. Brings up a 2nd and... they say 14 on the clock. More than that.
Be 16.
First sticks at the 14, and they got to get to the 30, so 16, yeah. 2nd and 16. 4:11 to go in the third. Mater Dei leads Effingham 28-17. The home opener for the Knights. Next week, it'll be the Hearts home opener and the conference opener as they play host to Lincoln. 7 o'clock next Friday night at Klosterman Field, and we'll have it for you here on 97.9 XFM. Snap to Braunmeyer. Hearts have him scrambling. Boy, there's a hold. There's the flag. Here's a pass play downfield, and it is eventually incomplete. But I am telling you, there is a hold as big as a barn back here, and I think at least one of the officials saw it.
Logan Brown and Parker Wolf, meanwhile, downfield, both trying to make a play on that. The ball was kind of thrown up for grabs just about the 45-yard line. They both might have got a hand on it, but neither one of them was able to haul it in.
There's the hold indication. It's back inside the 10-yard line. The Hearts were working back there, and Austin Herbeth was after the Mater Dei kid, and all of a sudden I saw the 8 and the 9 about come apart.
Well, but they called offsetting penalties, though, Greg, as you were watching.
Another
penalty
on the Hearts. So it ends up being an incomplete pass. Boy, that pick would have been nice.
It ends up being no play at all. It's still 2nd down.
So 2nd and 15. Yeah, offsetting penalties. So a do-over. Ball is just shy of the 15-yard line. So still 2nd down. And we're still chatting. The officials are still chatting. And why are we chatting? We don't know that. There must have been the officials have stopped play.
They saw lightning, I think.
I think you're right. I was hoping you weren't, but I'm afraid that's the story. So they're talking to each other. And the officials, it's their game now once the game starts, and they've seen a lightning strike. And so that's a half-hour delay, folks. And we have exactly nothing that we can do about that. So, CJ, come on down and join us, son. And we'll have a break in the action. There it is, 9:29, so it'll be just about 10 o'clock before we can resume action because it's a mandatory half-hour delay on a lightning spot. And that's the rule. So everybody hustled out of the stands and back into the school. This will be their 2nd time in the school tonight. Some of the kids will be looking for extra credit. If they can get a note, maybe that'll work out for them. Anyway, breaking the action due to lightning. 4:02 to go in the third, and 28-17, Mater Dei in front of the Hearts. So, Dustin, we are in a situation here where we might as well just send it back to the studios. Brian will keep you abreast of things should anything change, but half-an-hour delay is a half-an-hour delay. So, back we go to the studios in Effingham. Brian will maybe get you up to date on any scores he might have had, any additional scores. In fact, Brian, if you have the scores right now, that would be nice. But if I'm catching you when you haven't really had a chance to get them ready, I understand. Why don't you fill us in then?
A couple of finals also. This final in as Cumberland defeated LSA, a shutout tonight, 46-0. In a very close game at Paris as Newton was taking on Paris. Newton did have a chance in the final seconds, I believe, but Paris ends up winning over Newton 13-12. You had mentioned that Limestone-Lincoln score. That's the last we had heard, too, and that was at halftime. Limestone leading Lincoln 7-0. Final in as Macon Meridian defeats Oblong tonight 60-8. And they're actually playing in overtime in the Robinson versus Warrensburg-Latham game. It was 14-14 at the end of regulation, so again, they're in overtime. Also a tie score between Taylorville and Mount Vernon, that only in the third quarter, as that is knotted up at 14 apiece. In other scores, after three quarters, Lawrenceville trailing Marshall. Marshall was leading 21-8. Also in the third quarter, Olney ahead of Casey Westfield, 33-14. We do have a final in on the Flora Wolves game. They beat Red Hill tonight, 26-6. And in the third quarter, Macomb is leading Charleston 19-10. You had mentioned the weather. There were 3 weather postponements just in local games and games of interest here, and that is Mount Zion at Highland. That's postponed till tomorrow at 7. Also, Staunton versus Pana postponed till tomorrow at 6. And Mattoon versus Troy Triad postponed till 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's your scores for now.
Thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate you keeping us up to date. Again, we have 4:02 remaining in the third quarter. Lightning was spotted by the officials, so they've signaled a half-hour lightning delay. And so that means all the kids, all the fans in the stands have to leave the stands and go to a secure area, and that's the high school building. Of course, if you're a Breese fan, you can go home. But if you're a Hearts fan, you'll probably be sticking around. So 4:02 left in the third quarter. It's Mater Dei 28, Effingham 17, our second lightning delay of the night. The game didn't start on time because of lightning. We actually got started, what was it, about 7:40, Dustin, I think?
7:40, yeah.
When we got started. And now our second delay of the night. So again, the score with 4:02 to go in the third. Breese Mater Dei 28, Effingham 17. Let's send it back to our studios in Effingham. Brian has good music for you on a Friday night on 97.9 XFM. We'll talk to you just about 10 o'clock. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Breese Mater Dei High School and 2.0 on the Hearts football season opener as they take on the Breese Mater Dei Knights. I'm Greg Sapp, Dustin White alongside. Matt Robinson taking care of things back at the studios, and one of the things Matt's going to do is keep us up to date on scores this afternoon, both high school football and Major League Baseball. And in addition to that, any college football scores of interest that he might find. And we'll keep you up to date on the action from last night. We'll recap the Friday night football games that were able to be completed. We had 2, not just 1, but 2 delays due to lightning last night. And Dustin, that included us getting off to a late start because of round 1.
Yeah, showed up here in Breese last night, and they had to delay the game because of some lightning in the area, and so got about 40 minutes late was the kickoff, and then managed to get through the first half and most of the third quarter. But that's when it kind of rolled in again, and after we waited it out here for what seemed like a lot longer than it actually was, they finally sent us home, and here we are. So it's the important thing is that it's a nice day down here in Clinton County today. It's pretty much a spotless day, and there's not a chance that we're not going to get this thing finished now.
Yes, no worries about any delays today. It is a sunny afternoon here, and we'll resume action at 4:02 left in the third quarter with Effingham trailing Mater Dei 28-17. And thought we might take a minute to recap how we got to this point in the game. Hearts scored on their first possession of the season, and it was seesaw from that point. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about other activity today and more here on the pregame show. We'll be back with that and more in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Back in Breese at Mater Dei High School, again, we're getting ready to resume the Hearts season opener against the Mater Dei Knights. Again, we'll resume the action with 4:02 remaining in the third quarter, with Mater Dei leading Effingham 28-17. Here's a look at how the Hearts and the Knights got to this point. Effingham again scored on their first possession of the season at the end of an 8-play, 50-yard drive with a 3-yard run by Logan Brown for a touchdown. Bo Hefner's kick was good, and the Hearts were out of the gate 7-0. That came with 6:42 to go in the opening quarter. But Mater Dei came right back, and with 4:50 left in the first quarter, they scored at the end of a 6-play, 72-yard drive. on a 6-yard run by Napavanis. And Mr. Napavanis, Zach Napavanis, was a thorn in Effingham's side all night last night. Their kick was unsuccessful, though, and the Hearts still had a 7-6 lead. And then they extended that with 9 minutes left in the second quarter. At the end of a 15-play, 67-yard drive, Ivan Angel kicked a 25-yard field goal, and Effingham had extended the lead to 10-6. But that changed late in the second quarter. Mater Dei, at the end of an 8-play, 64-yard drive with 2:05 left in the first half, scored on a 1-yard run by their quarterback, and that is Reed Braunmeyer. But Dustin will remember that touchdown was certainly set up by a heck of a catch and run by Ben Casson to get the ball to the 1, and then Braunmeyer took care of the rest, getting the ball in. And then Braunmeyer completed a 2-point conversion pass to Napavanis, and with 2:05 left in the half, Mater Dei had taken their first lead at 14-10. They then scored 2 minutes into the second half at the end of a 4-play, 33-yard drive, and yes, you read good field position into that. 4-play, 33-yard drive as Hockey caught a 16-yard pass. That's Mitchell Hockey. He's got good hands. And they tried for a 2-point conversion that was unsuccessful, but the Knights had extended their lead to 20-10. Effingham came back with 8:23 left in the third quarter. The very next possession staged a 4-play, 80-yard drive that was highlighted by a beautiful pass from Nathan Shackelford right into the hands of Tristan Duncan. Just pretty play, just blasted it down the middle. 45-yard pass play for a touchdown. Bo Hefner's kick was good, and the Hearts were back within 20-17. Again, that was with 8:23 left in the third, but as they did a couple of times last night, Mater Dei bounced right back, and with 6:50 to go in the third, staged a 4-play, 59-yard drive highlighted by a run for a touchdown again by Zach Napavanis. This time, the pass play for 2 from Braunmeyer to Napavanis was successful, and Mater Dei had a 28-17 lead, and that's where we stand with 4:02 left in the third quarter. Dustin, we never had a chance to worry about things like stats last night, but the bottom line, it was pretty much Napavanis all the time as far as anything particularly on the ground.
Well, he had a really had a good night going running the football. He had 13 carries at the point that the game stopped, and it gained 132 yards, and you know, you don't need to get out your calculator to figure out that that's pretty good. He'd scored a couple of touchdowns, had a 15-yard touchdown run, also punched one in from 6 out, but had a 43-yard carry in there and 4 others that were 10 yards or more. So, Zach was doing a heck of a job running the football, and pretty much solely him. You know, Braunmeyer took a couple runs here and there, but nothing really ever by design, I don't think. And then, they threw the ball well at times as well. The Knights had completed 9 of 16 passes. Braunmeyer had, and Hockey and Casson had both caught 3 passes. Hockey for 83 yards, including a 16-yard touchdown, and Casson 3 receptions for 69 yards. So nice night for him going there. The one thing, Casson was dealing with a little bit of what appeared to be a cramp. He needed some attention a couple different times last night, and so I'm guessing he got to go home and get hydrated, and he'll probably, you would think, be back in some better shape. And yeah, that's their offense after that first possession really started to get things going, and that's going to be the first bit of business for Effingham, is that they've got Mater Dei backed up a little bit on its own 16-yard line, and so they're going to need to come up with a good defensive possession right out of the gates.
That is the key. If they could do that and maybe get the ball or at least slow the Mater Dei Knights down, that'd sure be to their advantage. It never has gotten out of hand. In fact, this 28-17 margin is the biggest lead that either team's had in the game.
It's just so hard to know what the flow of it's going to be, because there is no flow, right? Like it's so weird for everybody involved to just pick up in the middle of a game like that. There's not going to be any kickoff. They're going to put the ball down and they're going to go. And so it's hard to know how anybody's going to react, and I think that it's going to be important that for Effingham to not need an adjustment period for this. They're going to need to come out playing well right off the bat, which is tough to do when you had to get on a bus at 11 o'clock last night and ride all the way back to Effingham, and then get on a bus this morning and come back in, while all the modern day kids got to, go home and go to bed in fairly short order. I know they don't all live right in town, being a parochial school. Some of them probably travel a little ways, but still, I'm sure they don't envy Effingham's situation.
I'm sure you're right. In fact, I talked to Coach Mike McDonald, who, of course, was the Hearts varsity coach for a lot of years and is on staff as an assistant helping out with the freshmen and sophomores. And I looked at him and said one word last night, and the word was reminding him about a football game a few years ago. And as soon as I said that, the name went right out of my head.
Muscuda.
All I said was Muscuda, and he smiled, and he says, yeah, I hope so. The Hearts had a Muscuda game a couple of years ago, and we had quite a lightning show. And the Hearts played awful in the first part of that game. And we came back on Saturday to finish the game, and it was a beautiful day. And the Hearts cleaned their clocks in the second half and won that football game. So we're hopeful that might happen today.
That, it's going to be a tall task here at Breese. Never an easy place to play. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that, stranger things have happened, and Muscuda probably wasn't quite ready to play that morning. They probably felt like they had the game in hand, and they just needed to show up and finish, and it didn't work out for them. So we'll see what the Hearts can get done here.
Again, it's 28-17 for Breese Mater Dei with 4:02 left in the third quarter. We have other scores to talk about. Matt Robinson is ready with those. Matt, why don't you recap what happened last night and what's still to come today?
All right. Thank you very much, Greg. We'll take a look at those numbers here. As far as what happened last night, it was Cumberland defeating Decatur LSA by a score of 46-0. Paris and Newton hooked up in a good one, and Paris got the 13-12 victory there. Macon Meridian with a big victory over Oblong, 60-8. Warrensburg Latham 21, Robinson 20, and that game finished in overtime. Taylorville over Mount Vernon 28-24. Marshall defeated Lawrenceville 28-16. Olney and KZ Westfield 19-14, a victory for Olney. Flora over Red Hill 26-6. Charleston defeated Macomb 35-25. Other games still to play today that were also postponed because of lightning and weather. Mattoon and Troy Triad, they will get underway at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Pana and Staunton will play tonight at 6, and another Apollo Conference team, Mount Zion, will play Highland at 7 tonight as well. That is the local high school scores. Checking in quickly on college football, Illinois, 28-3 lead over Akron as they just get the third period underway. And Major League Baseball, the Cardinals are currently taking on Cincinnati in the first of two, and St. Louis has a 5-2 lead early as Cincinnati scored 2 runs in the first, St. Louis with 4 in the bottom of the first, and Dexter Fowler homer made it 5-2. So that's where we are, guys.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you getting us up to date. And Matt will keep an eye on the Cardinal score, and Cubs get started a little later against Milwaukee, so we'll keep you up to date on that one. Of course, that has implications for Cardinals fans as well at Cub and Brewer games. So lots going on, and we'll do our best to keep you up to date. Again, 4:02 left in the third quarter, 28-17. Mater Dei in front, and we're ready for football. Good to have you with us here on 97.9 XFM, WXEF in Effingham. And let's see what happens as Mater Dei gets the football. It is 2nd and 15 for the Knights. They are on their 14-yard line. So obviously, as Dustin mentioned, it would be a key for Effingham to have a big defensive stand here right at the outset of the resumption of play. Braunmeyer from the shotgun barks out the signals. He takes some time. So far, the Hearts haven't bit and jumped offside. There's the snap. It's a high snap. They give it, of course, to Napavanis. The Hearts do a good job of stringing it out. Now he turns it up, and he's out of bounds just across the 20-yard line. So it'll bring up a third down and about 6 or 7. Let's see about the spot. They're going to sit it right on the 7, Dustin. So a gain of 6 for Napavanis. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Sorry, he didn't get quite as much as I thought. So 3rd and 10. Ball's right at the 20. Fakes the handoff, goes back to Napavanis on the sidelines. I don't know why the Hearts weren't waiting for that. He's into midfield, he's into Hearts territory, and he's inside the 45-yard line.
A lot of misdirection. The play action in the backfield, he spins the opposite direction. All the defense follows the football. Napavanis, meanwhile, drifted over to the right and had wide open field in front of him. The only guy between him and the end zone was Parker Wolf, and Parker did a good job of keeping that from being a score.
And a flag on the play, and it's against Mater Dei. The throw and the play is going to come back.
Well, that's a big break for Effingham because they got caught flat-footed on that play for sure, and looks like they're going to get a little reprieve here.
Flag was thrown at the 15, so half the distance should bring it back to the 7.5, for lack of a better phrase. So instead of them having a first down into Hearts territory, now the Knights have a 3rd and 20 back on their 8-yard line. So that is a huge call, that penalty on that game, on that play. So 3rd and 20 at their 8. Oh, for a high snap. Bronmeyer in the shotgun. Barks out the signals, gets the handoff, coming across the middle, and the pass is incomplete, and that brings up 4th and plenty. Holy cow, did that penalty have an early impact on this football game.
Yeah, it's a huge break for Effingham. You can't stress it enough how much of a break it is. And now punt teams are coming on the field, and the Hearts have held on.
And Effingham, the potential to have great field position here, as Mater Dei is going to punt from their own end zone. So potentially this could set up great. Parker Wolf's the deep man on the punt return. He's back at about Mater Dei's 45-yard line. There's the snap. Here's the kick, and it's low. And Parker's going to field it on the hop. He takes it at Mater Dei's 45 to the 40, still on his feet, and he gets close to the 35-yard line. Effingham's going to have great field position to start this drive. Boy, that penalty. They had 1st and 10 in Effingham territory. Instead, they had to run 3rd and 4th down inside their 10. The punt was low. Wolf returns it to Mater Dei's 37-yard line. So Effingham has it 1st and 10 at Mater Dei's 37. And boy, what a turnaround here. Now let's see if the Hearts offense can capitalize.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of it now. That's the tough part.
3:11 left in the third quarter as we start this series. Dustin and I are also having to adjust on the fly here as we're starting in the middle of a game. Shackelford under center, gives it to Logan Brown. Good block on the left side, and he's driving. He's inside the 35, still on his feet. Finally, the whistle blows. He might have got close to the 31 or 2-yard line. They're going to set it down at the 32-yard line. So a gain of 5 brings up a 2nd and 5 at the 32.
The other thing is you pick up and play, and you know, there's got to be a sense of urgency because there's not that much time left in the game for Effingham, so there's no relaxing. This isn't like the opening kickoff.
Shack stays up under center on 2nd and 5, throws to the flats, caught out there by Tristan Duncan. He has the first down inside the 25-yard line. Out of bounds, so that stops the clock with 2:32 to go in the third quarter. Again, we picked this game up with 4:02 left. Gain to the 24, so from the 32 to the 24, gain of 8, and a new set of downs for the Hearts.
Duncan's 6th reception of this game. He's up to 96 yards. No other Effingham player has more than 2 catches.
Shackelford staying up under center. Hearts lined up in the eye. They got guys split wide and left and right. Handoff to the deep back, Brown. Big hole. He's into the 15-yard line. Really close to another Hearts first down on 1st down and 10 there. Mark it right at the 15, Dustin. So from the 24 to the 15, a gain of 9. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1.
Wouldn't mind seeing Effingham maybe take a shot here.
Be good. 2nd down and short. Duncan wide to the left. Cam Calber wide to the right. 2 backs behind Shackelford. There's the snap. Handoff to the deep back, Brown again, and he drives forward and gets the first down. Down around the 13, might have got a yard or 2, but it is enough for an Effingham first down. They'll set it right on the 13-yard line, so a gain of 2. And boy, the Hearts, so far so good. Again, they trail, though, 28-17 as we resume this football game. Hearts send men deep again, left and right. Duncan to the far side, and Holden Lewis out here to the near side. Handoff, no. Going to throw. Rolls to the left side, back across the middle, and it's intercepted. And then dropped.
Yeah, it came out. Boy, that was awfully close to being picked off at the goal line there. Another break for Effingham.
Ben Casson, who else? Mr. Hands, but that one didn't stick, and it falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:32 to go in the third and brings up a 2nd and 10. Holy cow. Casson had stepped right in front of the Hearts receiver, and he had that dead to rights, but it fell incomplete. So 2nd and 10 at the modern-day 13-yard line. Shackelford barks out the signals. There's the snap. Handoff deep back Brown. Started right, turned it up, and they stuffed that play.
Yep.
He might have got a yard.
Just no room, nowhere for that play to develop.
We'll see about the spot. But nothing to, well, they're going to give him to the 11. So more generous than I thought. A 2-yard gain before the contact. So that'll make it 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 at the 11. Minute left in the third quarter. Dustin talked about the sense of urgency. Hearts send Parker Wolf in. He and Duncan split to the left side, Calber to the right, and they split the backs now. They've got Brown alongside Shackelford in this set. Looking to throw, taking his time, goes to the flats. It's caught and dropped by Brown. Holy cow. He had lots of room to roam, but he dropped it.
Yeah, so Duncan and Wolf drew all the defense into the end zone, and that left Brown plenty of room out there in the flats, and that pass hit him in the breadbasket, and he was not able to haul it in.
So the Hearts are going to kick. Ivan Angel in from Parker Wolf's hold. Luke Spencer again is the long snapper for the Hearts this season. They'll put it down at the 18, so this is a 28-yard field goal attempt. It's down, the kick's up, looks good to me. The officials agree, and the Hearts pull within 8 with 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Effingham gets to within 28-20. Kickoff on the way in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
Ivan Angel gives it a boot from the 40. It's taken inside the 10 by Mater Dei. That's Snapavanis. He does everything, heads it up the middle, gets near the 30 before he is taken down. And Austin Herbeth in there among them on the stop for the Hearts. So Mater Dei will get it 1st and 10. They'll set it down at the 28-yard line of the Knights. They'll start this series with 31 seconds left. 31.2 if you really strive for accuracy. 28-20. Hearts got a 28-yard field goal from Ivan Angel, so one possession game. There's the snap. They go to Napavanis on the far side. He tries a sweep. The Hearts string it out pretty well, but he still gains yardage out across the 30. He is a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, he took it all the way to the sideline. Did just manage to turn upfield a little bit to get some gain on the end of the play, but looks like maybe just a couple yards.
To the 31, a gain of 3. That'll make it 2nd and 7. This next play will likely be the last play of the third quarter. 28-20, Mater Dei leads. Hearts got a field goal since we've started again this afternoon. Bronmeyer just working from the shotgun all the time. Got a back lined up alongside him. Now they move Casson over to his right side. Got a couple of guys split out here to the near side. They hand off, and the Hearts pretty much stuff it. Maybe a yard. Nice defense that time by the Hearts defense up the middle. Napavanis, of course, carried. There's never much question about that. No gain, still at the 31, so it's 3rd and 7. As we said, that is the final play of our third quarter. So when you only have 4 minutes left, quarter goes fast. We head to the fourth quarter in this one at Breese. It's Mater Dei 28, Effingham 20 on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
We're ready for the fourth quarter again. We started again with 4:02 left in the third. Effingham has tacked on a field goal, so they're within 28-20. And it's 3rd and 7 for Mater Dei. Big play here. Braunmeyer, as usual, in the shotgun. Good snap, looking to throw out here in the flats, caught by Napavanis, and the Hearts take him down at about the 35. That's short of the first down, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Good work as Parker Wolf got over there along with Mason Hasty to make the stop. And it's 4th down, and they're going to have to kick it away.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. Just a short little pass, Napavanis out of the backfield, and he wasn't able to get those last 2 or 3 yards he needed for the first down.
The only thing I can figure is that's the play that worked well earlier, except for the penalty. This time the Hearts snuffed it out well, and they're lined up to punt here from their 35-yard line, and the punt is a shank off the foot, and it goes out of bounds, although they got a lot of good roll off of it, and it ends up inside the Hearts' 30-yard line.
Yeah, it was offside the foot a little bit, but it got some pretty good distance and certainly reversed the field from the 35 to the 25, so that's a 40-yard punt for hockey.
So that turned out well. He's a great athlete, great pass catcher, and got away a good punt there. But the Hearts have the football, and that's the bottom line in a game like this when you're already into the fourth quarter. Hearts scored a field goal on their last drive, so it's 28-20. Hearts trail, 11:47 left in the ball game. Shackelford up under center. Same set for the Hearts, except nobody lined up to the near side. They've got 2 guys wide deep. Throw out there in the flats. Duncan got a nice block from... And now he spins around, reverses field, and gets it out across the 35-yard line, very near a first down.
Yeah, it kind of looked like maybe his momentum was going to carry him to the sideline and out of bounds, but he managed to turn upfield, and that little last bit of effort was able to get him the first down.
And it is a first down for the Hearts out across the 35 to the 36-yard line, a gain of 11. I like the way that Cam Calber stayed home there. He was the other intended receiver and did a nice job blocking for Duncan, and that might have helped with that first down. So to the 36, a new set of downs for the Hearts. Shackelford ready, looking to hand off, and the Mater Dei crew is ready for that. They handed it off to Chase Woomer, and he got the wood laid to him as he was slammed to the turf. Nothing illegal, just enthusiastic. And he is down at the 35, and that's a loss of about a yard.
And he had nowhere to go. That's not a whole lot Chase can do about that, but he's not a huge kid, so when two guys are waiting for you at the line, it's going to be tough for him to power through it.
So the ball's at the 35. It's 2nd and actually about 11 now. Shackelford gets him set. Duncan here to the near side this time. Looking, checking off, Crows across the middle. Short man catches it, and boy, he gets clobbered. The catch is made by Colin Weymouth, and what an effort to make the catch because he got hammered just as soon as he grabbed the football, and there's no gain on that completed pass.
Man, that did not look like it felt good.
Got him driving into him. Again, clean, but enthusiastic. So that brings up 3rd and 11. Again, the pass was completed. Clock's at 10:09 to go. Hearts trail 28-20 here at Breese. So let's see what the Hearts try here. They got 1-man split here to the near side, 2 out wide right, and they move over Jet Gillum into the tight end spot. Shackelford looking to throw, taking his time. Now they're after him. He's got to get rid of it, but he scrambles as he can. Going downfield. Got him out all alone. Parker Wolf the catch. To the 15, 10, 5. Was he still inbound? Show me a signal, gentlemen.
He hit the pylon.
Touchdown, Effingham.
He hit the pylon. That's a touchdown.
I got to wait on the official to tell me, and he signaled good. Touchdown Effingham, and it's a 28-26 football game.
That is a 65-yard touchdown play to Parker Wolf, and let me tell you something. That was just Shackelford staying on his feet. I think he wanted Duncan over the middle, didn't have it, and was able to scramble long enough to find a man just wide open downfield.
That was a beautiful pass play, and again, Shackelford, the scrambler, made that play happen, and Wolf did a good job of finding a spot open on the field. He got the ball to him. Parker took care of the rest. A heck of a dive. Just made it in over the pylon, knocked the pylon down, in fact. And the official signal touchdown. Hearts are going to go for 2 in the tie here. Shackelford lines it up. He's got Woomer beside him. They send Lewis in motion, looking to throw. Here comes Mater Dei. Shack scrambling, and down he goes, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. But the Hearts are within 2. 9:40 left in the game. Hearts have come out and scored 9 unanswered points, and they're back within 2 with 9:40 left. It's Mater Dei 28, Effingham 26 on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Okay, I think we're back now. 9:39. The kickoff came with 9:40. And the kickoff, Mater Dei returns it out to near the 30-yard line. Call it the 29. That's where the Knights will set it up here to start this drive. So the Hearts are back within 2, 28-26, and we'll get the drive and distance from Dustin in a second here. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty there. Hearts were down 11 when we started, and now they're within 2. Here's a handoff to Napavanis to start Mater Dei's drive. They go to the far side, and he's run out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. So it was 28-17 when we started, and it's 28-26 now.
Yeah, that drive was 4 plays, 75 yards, Greg. 2:07 taken off the clock.
Okay, very good. So it's 28-26. Mater Dei gets the ball to the 34, so that's a gain of 5, and it's 2nd and 5. High snap, but Braunmeyer got it, hands it to Napavanis, and the Hearts stuff him.
Yeah, that high snap slows everything down enough to give the Effingham defense a chance to get in the backfield and limit Napavanis to no gain on the play.
Dawson Witten and Jacob Stoneburner among them in there on that stop for Effingham, so no gain, still at the 34, and now it's 3rd and 5. 9:10 left in the game. Again, you're working against the clock. Hearts trail by 2. Braunmeyer still in the shotgun, as about always. Low snap. He has to pick it up. He's rolling. Here come the Hearts. He got away. He gets the throwaway, and it's off the hands of an Effingham defender. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Gunnar Franklin got in there and tried to and was able to break that play up. Kind of had an angle to maybe try to make a catch of the throw on the run, but he breaks the play up, and that's all Effingham needed there.
So it's 4th and 5, and Mater Dei at their own 34-yard line. You have to figure they're going to kick it away, and they've got their punter out there, Mitchell Hockey.
And the snaps on those last 2 plays just really broke them up before they were able ever to get going.
So that makes you wonder about the snap here on the punt, but it's a good one. Hockey gets it away, kick up the middle this time, and it's going to get good roll again, but not quite as good as the last possession, and the Hearts are going to have it 1st and 10 out across the 30-yard line to start a really important drive. 8:42 left in the game. Again, Mater Dei's lead to Effingham is now down to 28-26, and the Hearts will get the football 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. So 31-yard line to start this drive with 8:42 left. Hearts were down 28-17 when we started here, and now it's 28-26, and the Hearts get the football back. Shackelford up under center. Mistake-free football, boy. That's what Effingham has to play. Deep back, they get it, and driving close to the 35-yard line is Logan Brown. And they'll spot it at the 34, gain of 3. Bring up a 2nd and 7. Hart's just looking to use that run game and provide a little variety for Mater Dei to think about. Holden Lewis checks in with a play for the Harts. Shaq had been going to the sidelines a lot for the play last night. Harts are using their receivers now. Duncan's down here on the near side by us. 2 kids split wide to the far side from the shotgun now. Shaq, good snap. Pitch to Brown, had trouble tucking it in. Now he has it, and he gets it out across the 35, but as Dustin pointed out a minute ago, the fact that he had to gather the football in, slowed the play, and he only gets 2 out to the 36. So that brings up 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 at the 36. Have to get to the 41 for a first down.
Yeah, it took a minute for Shackelford to make that pitch to Brown on his right, and I don't know if that was by design or for some reason, if he hesitated for some specific reason, but it sort of took the rhythm out of the play.
We're down to 7:20 to play. 3rd and 5. Shackelford, low snap, but he's got it. Across the middle, caught by Duncan. Tristan gets away from a defender. He has the first down. Oh. He's loose! 40, 30, 20, 10. Stay in bounds, baby. Touchdown, Effingham.
Broke a tackle at midfield, just stiff-armed the guy down to the ground, and then it was open pay dirt in front of him.
That is our man, Tristan Duncan. Thank you very much. Missed a month last year with injuries, came back in style in the playoffs, and what a beautiful run after catch there.
64 yards that time, so a 65-yarder for Parker Wolf and then 64 for Tristan Duncan, and Effingham has got the lead.
Harts have scored 15 straight points to start this afternoon, and they have the lead, 32-28. First time the Harts have led since last night. Score comes with 7:06 left, and they will go for 2. Shaq up under center. Taking his time. Mater Dei got there. Here's the throw. It is intercepted, and that means the 2-point conversion's unsuccessful. But the Harts have the lead. It was 28-17 when we started. Effingham has come back to take a 32-28 lead here. 7:06 left. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is there for all your urgent care needs. They're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed for all injuries and illnesses. Plus, they have on-site x-ray. And they accept all major insurance and offer a self-pay discount. For more information, visit centralillinoisurgentcare.com.
15 unanswered points by Effingham since we resumed play this afternoon. And just before the kickoff, timeout, Mater Dei. So the Knights saw something they didn't like and immediately called timeout just about the time of the kick.
I don't know that I've ever seen a timeout called right before a kickoff like that. It's I don't know exactly what the Mater Dei coaching staff saw, but they have to be frustrated over there. There's no doubt about it. This has not probably gone the way they've envisioned so far.
Can't even imagine. 15 unanswered. It was 28-17 Mater Dei when we started this afternoon with 4:02 to go in the third. 7:06 left now, and the Harts have a 32-28 lead.
Still so much left to happen here, but if you're Effingham, you have to feel good about what you've done so far.
So far, this is Muscuda round 2. Let's see what happens. They're going to have the kickoff here again. It's off the side of the foot about the 27-yard line, and a return out to near the 40. That's where Mater Dei is going to set up shop here.
Yeah, he kicked that one high on purpose, and it was eventually 81. Casson came over and made the reception, but he and another player kind of converged on it, and I was thinking that that thing might hit the ground there.
As it is, line of scrimmage for Mater Dei to start this drive. They're 39. 7:02 left in the ball game. Effingham now leads 32-28. Ronmeyer looking to throw on first down, coming to the near side. There's the pass, and it is knocked down because it turned into two guys playing defense, basically. They were trying to get it to Tyler Jasper, And the Hearts had him defended step for step as Logan Brown was doing a good job playing defense, and it ends up incomplete, brings up a 2nd and 10. Clock stopped with 6:55 left. 2nd and 10, Mater Dei still at their 39-yard line. Hearts lead 32-28. What a job by Effingham so far today. Napavanis, the handoff, going to the far side, and down he goes. Didn't quite get to the 45-yard line. And they say keep the clock rolling. He didn't go out of down before the tackle was made. Spotted at the 44, gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Still leaves them a little work to do, but Napavanis needed to pick up some yardage there to make this a manageable situation, and he did just that.
6:27 left. 3rd and 5 for Mater Dei at their 44. Send a man in motion. Braunmeyer ready. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Roll into the near side. Everybody on the Effingham sideline yells pass, and he runs for the first down. Braunmeyer just got a first down before he's rode out of bounds by Logan Brown at midfield.
I was a little worried that if Logan gets there even a half a step later, that hit could have been close to late. So luckily everything worked out well, but it is a first down, and Mater Dei continues this possession.
Gain of 6 right to midfield. Ball's right at midfield. 1st and 10. They're looking to throw. Pass to Napavanis out in the far flats. He gets away from one defender. Brown runs him out of bounds.
Yeah, Luke Spencer got a hand on him and tried to, and at least slowed him down, but couldn't pull off the ankle tackle, and they were able to get a little bit of a gain out of that, just a couple yards.
Yep, gain of 2 to the 48, so they're into Effingham territory. 2nd and 8, Mater Dei. Again, the Hearts now lead 32-28, 6 minutes left in the game. Braunmeyer again from the shotgun. Napavanis lined up alongside him. They just don't use a whole lot of weapons, but the weapons they have are pretty good. Braunmeyer now has Napavanis line up behind him, and he fakes the handoff. Boy, almost got sacked, and now down he goes. The ball's loose, and the Hearts have the football.
56, that is Haven Prather who fell on it, and Effingham is going to take over the football inside the 50-yard line.
Mason Hasty was the guy that put the rush on Braunmeyer and knocked the ball loose. And Dustin's exactly right. Haven Prather dove on that loose ball, and Effingham has the ball 1st and 10 at Mater Dei's 48-yard line. So on the play, a loss of 4, back to Effingham's 48. Hearts with a lead, and they have the ball 1st and 10 in Mater Dei territory.
Mater Dei's first turnover. Effingham had one last night.
Shack up under center on 1st down, looking to throw, going across the middle. Got a man there. Duncan's got 2 to beat, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, he needed to turn back inside to the middle of the field a little bit and didn't have the room to do so, and so it's a long incompletion.
Stops the clock with 5:49 left in the game. Again, Effingham in front, 32-28, and boy, what a big turnover. Big takeaway for the Hearts. And credit the line. Prather knocked it loose. Mason Hasty knocked it loose. Prather recovered the fumble for the Hearts. So it's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Stops the clock with 5:49 left. Hearts lead 32-28. Shackelford up under center. There's time the handoff. It's Woomer. Gets it inside the 45 to near the 43-yard line, so a good gain there. Woomer not the biggest kid on the block, but he ran hard and good job by the middle of the line to the 44, Dustin, a gain of 4, so it's 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, Effingham at the ball at the Mater Dei 44-yard line. Need to get about 20 more yards to think about a field goal. See how to think about things this year.
That would be nice.
All right, so here we go. Shackelford at the Mater Dei 44. Shack barks it out. Handoff, Woomer up the middle again, and they stuff it after a couple. And they'll mark it at the 40.
They actually didn't get anything.
3-yard line. Yeah, maybe half a yard. Well, maybe nothing. You're right. If I'm really kind, well, they're inside the 43, and we're about a yard. So that'll make it 4th down, and obviously they'll go for it in Mater Dei territory here.
At any rate, from where they're at, they've got to get it to the 38-yard line, and it looks like
they're not going to go for it.
It looks like Dawson Witten's going to try to pin him deep.
They have the lead, so they're trying to knock Mater Dei back around the goal line here. So a big punt here for Dawson Witten. Takes his time, puts foot on it, and he's got it done. Inside the 10, it's recovered at about the 8, run up the middle, and the guy is dropped at the 15.
Yeah, pretty good coverage for Effingham as the kick was taken, trying to grab a number there. Looks like Cameron Crakey, number 12, caught that one at the 7 and was only able to get it out to, the 17?
They'll mark it at the 17-yard line, yeah. Gunnar Franklin was in there. Woomer was in there. He's everywhere. So it's 1st and 10 for Mater Dei at the 17. Nice work inside their 20. Down to 4:20 to play in the game as we start this drive. Braunmeyer fakes the handoff, throws across the middle, and the guy wasn't looking, and the Hearts about picked that. The intended receiver for Mater Dei was Caleb Gonsalves, and the ball was behind him, and actually Effingham had a better shot at that one. So 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. Clock stops with 4:16 to go. Hearts have scored 15 straight here this afternoon, and they lead the game 32-28. Braunmeyer from the gun on 2nd and 10. There's a high snap. He gets the handoff, and boy, Napavanis again gets away. They drive him out of bounds, but he has the first down.
Just got to the stick there. He's a tough kid, man.
They block well on the left side of the line, and an injury, and trainer Troy's out on the field quickly.
Can't see who it is that's down.
It is a Hearts player, and they're taking a good look at him. Hopefully just got his bell rung. So everybody down on a knee. Clock stops with 4:10 left. The play was complete to the 26. So from the 17 to the 26, Dustin, a gain of 9. And that is maybe not to the... They didn't get the first down. They're about a yard short.
Really quiet in the stadium right now.
Yeah, they're on the Mater Dei side of the field across from us. There he's sitting up. That soon as they start to move, that's always the bottom line for me. That always makes me feel better, and he's on his feet, and it's Parker Wolf.
Yeah, it's a guy you can't... guy you don't want to be missing for sure, and it's nice to see him walking off the field. Doesn't look like he's...
Remember when his big brother Grant had a concussion a few years ago? Boy, that was scary. Of course, he's doing fine now, thriving, playing basketball at Illinois Wesleyan. Parker says, I'm okay.
Yeah, Parker's going to have to come off the field for this play, but Effingham's got a big defensive play coming up here. So they've got a 3rd and 1 situation here.
3rd and 1, the ball's at the Mater Dei 26. We're down to 4:10 left in the game. Again, we started with 4:02 left in the 3rd, and the Hearts have scored 15 straight points to take a 4-point lead. Braunmeyer up under center. He's going to try and bully his way ahead for the first down. Looks like he got it, but it's going to be close.
Yeah.
Going to be close. There's the signal. First down, Mater Dei. He got it. He needed to get to the 27, and he did. Nose of the football just across the 27-yard line. So a gain of 1, and that's enough for a first down for the Knights.
Clock running under 4 minutes now.
Spencer's over here in this corner spot where Parker Wolf normally is. And pass play, it's deep, it is caught, and he's still on his feet, and down he goes now at about the Hearts 40.
Man, that's a tough break for Mater Dei, because I'll tell you, Gunnar Franklin in the coverage there had hit the ground, but the receiver, 88 Hockey, just tripped over him. Couldn't get his feet untangled from the guy and went down. Otherwise, there was no one between him and the end zone.
32-yard pass completion to the Effingham 41-yard line. Back to throw again across the middle, caught by Napavanis, and down he goes. Nice reaction that time by the Hearts. As soon as Napavanis caught that football, Mason Hasty took him down. Mason Hasty for a loss. That's a pass completion for a loss of 2, Dustin, back to the 43. So it is 2nd and 12, 3:19 left on the clock. Napavanis lines up beside Braunmeyer in the shotgun. Hearts lead 32-28. Braunmeyer checks the sidelines. On 2nd and 12, checks the sidelines again. Braunmeyer waiting on the snap. 2-1. There's the snap. They hand it to Napavanis to run the far side, and the Hearts are doing a much better job of snuffing that out. He does get it inside the 40, and he's out of bounds, and that stops the clock, so that's good for Mater Dei. Down to 2:51 left. They'll spot it at the 39, so a gain of 3 from the 41 to the 39, a gain of 2, pardon me. It's a 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8. 2:51 left. Hearts lead by 4. Bronmeyer from the shotgun. Man in motion, coming to the near side. Lines up in the tight end spot. Here's the snap. Here's the intend to throw. Hearts have him on the run. Here's the pass, and the receiver fell down.
Well, the pass was behind him. That was part of the problem for number 81, Ben Casson. He had to try to turn back for that pass that was behind him, and he wasn't able to do it without his feet coming up from underneath him.
So the pass is incomplete. Stops the clock with 2:45 to go. Brings up 4th down. Mater Dei again at Effingham's 39-yard line. So let's see what Mater Dei tries to pull out of the bag of tricks here.
Yeah, obviously they're in a situation where they've got to run a play here. No more punting. So big defensive play.
At Effingham's 39, 4th and 8. 2:45 left. Hearts lead by 4. Bronmeyer's got nobody with him in the backfield. Looking to throw. Here come the Hearts. Lobs it out there. It is over Napavanis' head. It's Effingham football.
Yeah, just tried to throw it up for grabs and let his receiver be an athlete and go up and get it, but the pass had too much on it. I think it landed so far out of bounds. I'm not sure anybody could have caught that ball in the field of play, and Effingham's going to get the ball back.
Again, great defense for the Hearts, and they get the ball on change it down. It's 1st and 10 for Effingham at their own 39-yard line. And, friends, we're down to 2:40 to go. So if the Hearts are wise here in their execution, successful in their execution, they're in a real good spot.
Yeah, it's still a little work to do here, but, man, if you're starting to feel like things might go well.
1st and 10 for the Hearts at their 39. Remember, Mater Dei called that timeout earlier, too. Here's the handoff to the deep back. That's Woomer. Got a good run going. He's out across the 45-yard line. Good gain on 1st down.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock running, but advance the football, and they sure did all the way out to the 46.
Gain of 7 at 2nd and 3. Down to 2:22 left in this one. Again, Mater Dei used that timeout earlier, so they have 2 left here in the second half and in the ball game.
And Effingham's obviously going to run as much time off of this play clock as they can. Still 15 seconds left before they even have to snap the ball.
And we're down to 2:05 on the game clock. Hearts lead 32-28. Wow. Shackelford up under center on the second down and about 3. Handoff, deep back Woomer. He got slouted.
Yeah, boy.
Great anticipation by Riley Conan. He is 5'8" and 205.
And then Mater Dei takes the timeout.
Timeout comes with 1:48 left. It'll be a drop back to the 41, a loss of 5 on that.
Yep.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Hearts. But again, Mater Dei with the timeout. We'll go ahead, yak. Since I've yacked this long, Matt, we'll just keep it here. And we've not even had a chance to catch our breath, Dustin. What a turnaround from what we saw last night.
Yeah, it's the momentum shifted in Effingham's favor pretty quickly once they got that defensive stop, and they've been able to work with it and get a couple. They got a couple breaks. Remember, had a big play come back from a penalty during that opening defensive possession, and then were able to get a scrambling play and kind of a busted play, but get a man open downfield for the touchdown to Wolf. So. Sometimes you got to get a little lucky too, and they have certainly done what they needed to do. But still, minute 48 to go here, and that was a big play for Mater Dei to stuff the run, leaving Effingham with still 8 yards to pick up on this 3rd down. Riley Conan getting in the backfield and really keeping his team in the game at this point.
If I am accurate, and that timeout earlier was called by Mater Dei, they're down to 1 timeout.
Yes, that's exactly right. They have 1 timeout left.
Minute 48 left. Effingham leads here, 32-28. Shackelford up under center. Back to the deep back, Woomer. Nice hole, still driving out to the 45-yard line. Good run play, takes some time, and immediately Mater Dei has to call their final timeout. comes with 1:42 to go. The gain for Woomer from the 41 to the 45, a gain of 4. So it's 4th down and 4. They have to get to the 49 for a first down. So that's the final timeout. So now Mater Dei has a little less as far as options. And the Hearts have a 4-point lead.
142 scares you because it's enough time with a team that has been able to make some explosive plays. It's enough time for Mater Dei to certainly move the ball upfield and score. And if they were to happen to do that, it doesn't leave Effingham enough time to come up with an answer. So, Dawson Witten's going to come out here and punt. And first of all, this punt is very important. He's deep. He's in a position where he should be able to just kick it as hard as he can, kick it as deep as he wants, and Effingham hopefully will leave them with a long field to go.
1:42 left. Mater Dei out of timeouts. Kicking just outside the 35, and he smoked it. Huge punt. Taken inside the 10 by who else? Napavanis. Still dancing. He's still on his feet. That always scares me. The Hearts have 6 kids on him, and he's down at the 9-yard line.
Well, what he did was eat up another 15 seconds off the clock. His momentum was carrying him back toward the end zone when he caught it around the 15, and after all the scrambling around, it's going to comes back quite a ways.
There is a flag on the field. Hands.
No,
and it's on the Hearts, and they're discussing what exactly is going to transpire. Holy cow. What a tough break for the Hearts. They'd punted. They had Mater Dei back at their own 9-yard line. Flag is thrown at Mater Dei's 38-yard line. And the officials are huddling to make sure they get this right. And that's all I can ask of an official. So this is huge. 1:26 left, and that's the thing. The seconds are gone. Regardless, we're down to 1:26 left. Again, Mater Dei 0 timeouts left. Hearts lead it 32-28, and let's see what this all ends up being. They're talking to one of the Mater Dei captains, who quickly, being a smart lad, checks the sidelines to see what the coach thinks. And they're going to walk it off. So, let's see where they set it down. So it's a penalty on the Hearts.
So they're going to repeat the play. That's what it boils down to.
And it's back to the 35. But again, the seconds are gone for Mater Dei. So we're down to 1:26 to go. So now Witten will punt from about his 30. So here's the snap. Good one. Kick away. Another good one. Not quite as deep this time. It's taken at about the 26-yard line. Napavanis gets away. Now he's ridden down at the 40. Good tackle. Austin Herbeth, a good job of wrapping him up. Takes him down at the 40-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 for Mater Dei at their own 40-yard line. It's not the 9. But at least they kept him in their own territory. Down to 1:16 to go. And it's 1st and 10. Hearts lead here at Breese 32-28. Hearts do have timeouts, so they have a little maneuverability there. You know the set. You've been listening for 2 days. Braunmeyer in the gun. Napavanis lined up beside him. High snap. Throw to the sidelines to Casson, and out he goes. Good job as Franklin tied him up. And it does stop the clock. Gain to the 46, a gain of 6, and it's 2nd and 4. Stops the clock with 1:11 to go. Hearts lead by 4. 2nd and 6 on the 4-yard pass play, complete to Mitchell Hockey. Braunmeyer from the gun, looking to throw. Here come the Hearts. There's the pass. He's got a man out there, and he overthrew him, and it's incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd and 6. As he just out through Mitchell Hockey. Stops the clock with 1:07 to go, but it's also 3rd down now. So 3rd down and 4 at the 46. 3rd down and 4 at the 46. Hearts lead by 4. High snap. Braunmeyer gets it. Here come the Hearts. He got away from one. He gets the throw away, and it is caught by Hockey at about the 30-yard line. Braunmeyer was going down. The Hearts had him, and he got the throwaway, and a heck of a catch by Mitchell Hockey at Effingham's 30. That's a gain of 24 yards to Effingham's 30. We're down to 55 seconds left. Snap to Braunmeyer, throwing to the near side, caught by Hockey again. He's inside the 25 and out of bounds with 48 seconds left. Pass play complete inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, gain of 6. It's 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 for Mater Dei at the Hearts' 24-yard line.
Yeah, Effingham just on the previous play, just an eyelash away from bringing him down and able to get a throw off with the guys hanging on him, all his weight on his back foot, and he makes just a great throw.
48 seconds left. High snap. Braunmeyer lets it go. Hearts are there, and they threw it out of bounds. Incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, led his man a little ways too far there.
Stops the clock with 43 seconds left. Hearts lead 32-28. Effingham's outscored Mater Dei today 15-0 since we resumed play here. And they lead by 4. Mater Dei out of timeouts, but they're using the sidelines well. 3rd and 4. Huge play here at the Effingham 24. Braunmeyer in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Here come the Hearts, and down he goes. That'll bring up 4th down. Braunmeyer sacked back at the 30.
And he can't. They've got no timeouts, so they can't stop the clock.
Chet Gillum, huge sack for Effingham. Loss of 6 to the 30. 4th and 10. Down to 24 seconds. 4th and 10. Gotta watch your receivers. Ball back to the 30 on the sack. 4th and 10. Braunmeyer throws. Hearts are there. It's incomplete. Hearts football, 10 seconds to go.
Led his man too far. It's one-on-one over there for Hockey, and he was. There's nothing Hockey could have done to catch that pass. It just led him too far, and Effingham takes over the football with 10.3 seconds to go. They might just hold on here.
Off of what I've seen of Mitchell, Hockey, if anybody could have caught it, it would have been him. But Braunmeyer just led him a little too far. First down, Effingham. They take over on downs at their own 30-yard line with 10.3 seconds to go. Holy cow, Dustin.
That was tense.
Man, oh, man. Oh, they're going to call it the 29. That's okay with me. Just hold on. How about a knee? Let's get that victory formation practiced, guys. Shack takes the snap, takes the knee. That's the show. Hearts come to Mater Dei and get the win. What a comeback. Effingham outscores Mater Dei 15-0 in the resumption of this game, and they win it 32-28, and the Hearts are 1-0 to start the 2019 football season.
Well, it can't help but bring a smile to your face, but, we talked about it in the open, right? No matter how things went last night, this is so out of the ordinary that there's no way to know what to expect from either team in this situation. And Effingham just came out and played a great 16 minutes of football, and they come away with a season-opening win against Mater Dei, which just doesn't happen very often.
Maybe a Saturday bus ride is a good thing. Man, final score here at Breese. Effingham 32, Breese Mater Dei 28. A busy post-game show. We'll talk with Coach Hefner. Dustin will have the stats. Matt will have the scores. It's all on the way in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Evergreen Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce their new outpatient therapy. Evergreen now offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies for their patients. If you need therapy, don't worry. Evergreen's outpatient therapy can help you too. Give Evergreen a call today for a tour.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
This is the Lustig Custom Cabinets postgame show. Handcrafted cabinetry built right here in Effingham.
And good to have Jim Zumball and all the Lustig family as our sponsors on the postgame show for football this season. What a turnaround. Hearts come back, outscored Mater Dei 15-0 in the last quarter and a half that we played here at Mater Dei High School, and Effingham posts a season-opening win, 32-28. So it took 2 days to get it done, but Effingham gets the victory, 32-28. Let's get a recap on the scoring in this game, as Hearts scored on their first possession of the game last night, staged an 8-play 50-yard drive, scored with 6:42 to go in the opening quarter. It came on a Logan Brown 3-yard touchdown run. Bo Hefner's kick was good, and the Hearts had a 7-0 lead. But Mater Dei came right back with 4:50 in the first quarter, staged a 6-play 72-yard drive, highlighted by Napavanis' 6-yard run. The kick was no good, though, and the Hearts were still in front, 7-6. Effingham scored with 9 minutes left in the second quarter at the end of a massive 15-play, 67-yard drive. Took 7:50 off the clock, and Ivan Angel kicked a 25-yard field goal, and the Hearts had a 10-6 lead. Mater Dei then scored, though, with 2:05 left in the first half at the end of an 8-play, 64-yard drive. You hear the cheering in the background, maybe. Braunmeyer staged a 1-yard run after a great pass catch by Ben Casson. Braunmeyer took it in from 1 out. They threw to Napavanis for 2, and Mater Dei had their first lead of the game, 14-10. Mater Dei scored again with 10 minutes left in the third quarter at the end of a 4-play 33-yard drive as Mitchell Hockey caught a 16-yard pass. The try for 2 was unsuccessful, but Mater Dei had extended the lead to 20-10. But Effingham rebounded. They scored with 8:23 left in the third at the end of a 4-play 80-yard drive on a pretty 45-yard pass play from Nate Shackelford to Tristan Duncan. The kick by Hefner was good, and the Hearts were within 20-17. That came with 8:23 to go in the third, but Mater Dei came right back and scored with 6:50 left in the third. That at the end of a 4-play 59-yard drive. Napavanis ran it in from 16 yards out, caught a 2-point conversion pass, and Mater Dei had a 28-17 lead. That was with 6:50 to go in the third, and that was the end of the scoring last night. And again, Lightning stopped the game with 4:02 left in the third. But when we got here this afternoon, the Hearts took over. Scored 15 unanswered points to get the win. They scored first with 37 seconds left in the third at the end of a 7-play 26-yard drive when Ivan Angel kicked a 28-yard field goal, and the Hearts were within 28-20. Hearts scored again with 9:40 left in the fourth quarter at the end of a 4-play 75-yard drive. Beautiful 65-yard pass play. The catch was by Wolf on the pass from Shackelford. They tried a run for 2, which was unsuccessful, but the Hearts were back within 28-26. And then the final bite at the apple came with 7:06 left in the game at the end of a 3-play 69-yard drive, a 64-yard touchdown pass, and that was complete. Dustin, help me out. I forgot to write it down. From Shackelford to
64-yarder was from Shackelford to Tristan Duncan.
So Duncan caught the ball. The 64-yard pass completion. They tried for 2 on the pass. It was unsuccessful, but the Hearts had the lead 32-28. Effingham outscored Mater Dei 15-0 here this afternoon to come from 11 down to win it by 4, 32-28, and the Hearts open the season with an exciting 2-day win. Mater Dei, of course, now 0-1 on the season. Hearts will head back home next Friday night. They'll be hosting the Lincoln Rail Splitters. That'll be the Apollo Conference opener as well as the home opener for Effingham as they get the win this afternoon, 32-28. Dustin's working on an armful of stats. We'll talk with Hearts coach Brett Hefner. Matt's going to double-check scores for us back at the studios. That's all on the way in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Local, secure, enduring, and more convenient than ever. Washington Savings Bank is located in Effingham, Mattoon, and anywhere you are with their 24/7 virtual branch. Enjoy the conveniences of banking with all the services offered at Washington Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Back at Breese Mater Dei High School, final score again, Effingham 32, Breese Mater Dei 28. Hearts outscored Mater Dei 15-0 this afternoon in a quarter and a half. Remember, we resumed play, less than a quarter and a half. We resumed play with 4:02 to go in the third quarter. And the Hearts outscored Mater Dei 15-0 to come from 11 down to win it by 4, 32-28. We'll be talking with Hearts coach Brett Hefner shortly. And, in fact, the happy man's on his way up the steps right now. I got to ask what his secret is to this two-day magic here. We'll get the headphones on the coach. Brett, first of all, congratulations, man. This was exciting.
Yeah, just happy for your kids. What people don't realize maybe is the time and effort that these guys put in, and we start back up in January, and we're 6 a.m. and all through the winter, all through the spring, guys playing other sports, and then through the summer, and winning games is hard, and winning football games is real hard. And we talk about all the time what makes our sport special is you're not guaranteed anything. You're guaranteed 9 games. We don't have regionals. We don't have, so all these things matter. And last night seems to be in my tenure here just a typical first game. We just made plays that lost games, not won games. And we've done that a lot down here. I told them that last night, and again today. We came down here a couple of years ago with a really good ball club, put the ball on the ground 4 times, give up an opening kickoff, and they win and don't go to the playoffs, and we roll. It's just we were better that year, but not that night. And it's hard to win, and last night we didn't play very well. And a big part of that had to do with them. They're a good team. They're a heck of a team. But we talk a lot about toughness, and toughest team wins, and that takes on a whole lot of meanings. It's not just physical toughness, it's mental toughness and all that. And you think about what these kids did. They left last night after 11 o'clock. After 11 o'clock, lightning delay, knowing when you come back you're down 11. You get home, you don't get much sleep because you're still thinking about the game, and you show up today, it's hot, the different conditions, it's hot, humid, on the turf, so it's a little bit hotter there, and you're down 11.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about it. You don't play anything but the play. You're not playing the score, you're not playing the opponent, you're not playing a situation, you're playing the play. And you got to be perfect and great on that one play. And we weren't perfect and great on that one play today, but they made a heck of a lot of plays today that allowed us to win games, and that's why I'm super proud of. Is it would have been real easy to fold. It would have been real easy. And that's what we talked about same way last year with that playoff game. There were about 8 times that they could have folded up and didn't. Yeah. And same thing today. There were going into today. Now today we didn't fold, but going into today where it would have been easy to. It's been a good effort, but it wasn't good enough, and they didn't do that. And I'm super proud of them and happy for them for that.
Was there a secret to being ready for such a quick turnaround? I know you've talked about the lack of sleep and all of that.
I don't. There's nothing to it. It's just they played.
Yeah.
They played the way they're capable of. And that's not uncommon. We had the first game. And first games, a lot of people deal with that. And typically the biggest improvement is from week 1 to week 2. And it's like Coach Farmer and I were talking. It was like overnight we went from week 1 to week 2. We got the one under our belt last night. Mm-hmm. But we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything different. We didn't do anything alignment-wise. We didn't do anything. We weren't running different plays. We weren't running. We executed better and did things that help you win games, not lose games.
Yeah, I could talk about all kinds of kids. Tristan Duncan, we know, is a wonderful pass catcher. Had a great one last night for a score. Had a great one today for a score.
Yeah, I mean he's good. He's really good. He's that explosive guy that that everybody wants and that everybody has to have. And we're fortunate. We just got to keep him along with everybody else. We just got to keep him healthy. But you got to find different ways to get the ball in his hands. And he's special. And we have to continue to use him.
Great catch by Parker Wolf.
Yeah.
And then he got his clock cleaned over there. Is he okay?
We think it's collarbone. Ironically, think he heard it on the touchdown.
I'll be darned.
When he dove in. So I have a feeling we'll be without him for a little bit. The nice part of that is gives him a chance to rest up and gives him a chance to get healed up. And however long he's out, at least it's week 1, and we know we'll have him back before the end of the year, which will be super important because he's a huge part of what we do, especially defensively.
And I think it was Franklin that came in for him after he was hurt and was so big on that one defensive play on that one modern day drive.
And Gunner, Gunner's got that ability to play. It's just he doesn't have a lot of game experience. We were fortunate, to get Luke back. And to have Gunner be able to play. So we've got some kids out there that can play. They just haven't had game experience, And, Dawson Witt was another first-time starter that last night struggled at times. And then, today you could tell he made a big jump from last night to tonight. And he's in the same boat as Caleb Keeney was last year. Different position, the first time playing it. And it's hard as coaches because, we see into the future where we think they can be. It's tough because they're not there yet, and we all think back to the end of last year, and we think everybody should pick right up like it's week 13, not like it's week 1. So that's part of the struggle for us as coaches, and me especially, to understand that some of those guys, it's the same thing with Nate Shackelford. And Nate was 100 times better today. But everybody can sit there and go, well, he's a senior. Well, he's a senior, but he played 12 games at receiver last year. He hasn't played quarterback in a game since he was a sophomore. And it's hard to lose sight of because you know how good he can be, and and you want him to be at that point. And you just have to remember that, hey, it's the first time in 3 years he's doing it, and it's the same, so we have to keep that in mind. It doesn't mean we lower our expectations, but that's part of it. But the jump that a number of those guys made from last night to today, it's like night and day, and it has us excited going forward because it's kind of what we thought we could be from the beginning.
I talked a lot about the 15 points, how you scored 15 points so quickly, and that was great. But the defense gave up 0 points in that same amount of time.
Defensively, just hunkered in and did things that would help you win games. Last night, things that hurt us, and you tip your cap. I mean, sometimes they're going to make plays. They had long pass play last night, 2 of them that were in their hip pocket. The guy's rolling out. A heck of a throw, heck of a catch. You tip your hat. The frustrating thing for us is there were a number of times last night that we were lined up incorrectly. We were lined up incorrectly. Our angles were all those fundamental things that with 8 guys back, we should never be lined up wrong, ever. And the lack of communication, but it's our first game without number 7 back there telling everybody what they're doing and making calls and things. So it's an adjustment for everything. And today they were much better. Everybody turns, gets the call, everybody communicates, all those things that people take for granted that maybe a lot of people standing up in the crowd don't realize how important it is. But if one guy thinks you're a man, the other guy thinks you're in zone, you got problems. Or you're lined up wrong. One guy thinks it should be a right call and it should be a left call, and you go off of that. So those things were all a lot better today, and we just made plays today that win football games, and not lose them.
Last individual I want to talk about is Chase Woomer.
Yeah.
He is no bigger than a minute, and he just kept putting his nose in there and catches some big yards at the end.
Yeah, he runs the ball hard. It's a nice change of pace. Some similarities to the change of pace we had last year where Kendall hits it just a lot faster. Logan's a lot bigger, a lot more patient, and then when he gets going, so it's nice to have that change up. And we think he's going to continue to get better. We got another one in behind him, Keegan Baker. It's a sophomore. That if we had to, he could play too. So we've got some parts to play with. We just got to continue to develop and get better.
And the Hearts are over that. Come to Breeze, and what are we going to do?
Just on Saturdays. That's what I told him. I said, I stood up there today. I started laughing. I said, guys, we're fine. I go, we're a heck of a lot better down there on Saturday, especially when the sun's out than we ever were on Friday. I talked to Dave and see if we can get the game changed to Saturdays. But yeah, so hopefully this is a good one going forward.
And coming home and conference opener next week, and you've been telling me for weeks here about don't overlook Lincoln.
No, Lincoln's really good. They got 19 seniors back. I'll be interested to see the film. They lost last night. I'm not so sure they're not dealing maybe with an internal issue or two. Maybe had some guys missing or some injuries or whatever. But we'll take a look at the film when we get back.
Congratulations. Enjoy this one, man.
Thanks. I tell you what, it feels like a 2-day game, I can tell you that.
I'll bet. Thank you, Brett.
All right, thanks, Greg.
You bet. Hearts coach Brett Hefner, always a pleasure. What a great comeback win. 32-28 Effingham a winner. Dustin, who has to be on the road soon, has some stats for us.
Yeah, Greg, what a second half for Effingham.
Man.
They were being outgained 188 to 166 at halftime. They ended up outgaining Mater Dei 456 to 389. The Hearts ran 67 plays for those 456 yards from scrimmage. Mater Dei 61 plays for 389 yards. Effingham 19 first downs in this contest, 7 on the ground, 12 through the air. Mater Dei had 18 first downs, 10 of those in the ground game, 8 of those through the passing. Effingham ran the ball 44 times, 143 yards. That's a 3.3 yard average, and one of the Hearts' 4 touchdowns came in the ground game. For Mater Dei, they ran the ball 29 times for 160 yards. That's 5.5 yards per carry, and that's really good. And they scored 3 touchdowns on the ground. That's really good. But you do have to look at the contrast as the Knights ran it 12 times for 102 yards in the first half. That's an 8.5 yard average. In the second half, Mater Dei ran the ball 17 times for 58 yards. That's a 3.4 yard average, and that's quite a difference. Effingham was able to buckle down. They were able to keep Zach Napavanis under wraps somewhat, and that was a big difference in this game. As far as passing, Effingham ended up with 313 passing yards. They attempted 23, 15 of those were completed, none intercepted, and 3 of Effingham's 4 touchdowns came via the air. Mater Dei, 32 pass attempts, 16 complete, none of those intercepted. They gained 229 yards through the air and scored 1 touchdown in the passing game. So again, Effingham 456 yards on 67 plays to Mater Dei's 389 yards on 61 plays. 1 turnover apiece. Each team lost a fumble. Effingham's came at quite an inopportune time last night, and Mater Dei's came at an even more inopportune time this afternoon. Penalties for each club. Effingham 25 yards, Mater Dei 27 yards. Got a little funky because it was a half the distance situation, but of course they were not a huge part of the game tonight. Last night, today.
I understand.
I'm gonna just stop trying to. Anyway, those are your team numbers. Let's move on to some individual statistics for Mater Dei. Zach Napavanis, we just mentioned him, 164 yards on the ground. That's 21 carries. He scored 2 touchdowns. Had touchdown runs of 15 and 6 yards, but he also busted off a 43-yarder last night. Had a 19, a 14, another 14, and a 15. He's quite an explosive runner. He's the only person who took any carries out of the backfield. Reed Braunmeyer, the quarterback for Mater Dei, he ended up running the ball 8 times, lost 4 yards. He did have a 1-yard touchdown run, but I don't know that any of his running plays were necessarily by design. I think mostly scrambling, or a couple of times he took sacks. They pretty much were, it was going to go to number 11, Napavanis, if they were going to do a design run. Braunmeyer put the ball in the air 32 times, completed half of them, 16 for 229 yards. That included a 16-yard touchdown pass to Mitchell Hockey, and Hockey was his favorite target. 7 catches for 151 yards for Mitchell. Other receivers getting in on the action, Ben Casson had 3 receptions for 69 yards, and Napavanis had 6 catches for a grand total of 9 yards. He was kind of a short dump-off option, and Effingham was able to keep him under control pretty well. Looking at some of the other numbers for Mater Dei, Hockey punted 3 times. All of those happening during the resumption of play. He punted 3 times, 117 yards. It's a 39-yard average. Napavanis had a 14-yard punt return. Cameron Crakey also had a 10-yard punt return. And Napavanis returned 4 kickoffs for 92 yards. Crakey had a 29-yard kick return, and Ben Casson returned 1 12 yards. So there's a look at your individual numbers for Mater Dei. As far as Effingham goes, more of a diverse, I guess you could say, running game. More since they had 2 running backs get in on the action. I mean,
twice as many.
We have to qualify that, of course. But Logan Brown was the leading rusher for Effingham in this game. 17 carries for 67 yards. He scored the Hearts' lone rushing touchdown. That was a 4-yard punch in. Chase Woomer, though, took 15 carries for 36 yards. He had a 13-yarder in there, but more of a change of pace, trying to keep everybody fresh, and he did a nice job. Nate Shackelford, the Effingham quarterback, ended up with 36 yards on 10 carries. A lot of scrambling plays there. Maybe one or two design runs. Tristan Duncan took one run for 1 yard, and Luke Spencer also had a carry last night for 3 yards. Shackelford, what a debut as the starting quarterback for Effingham. 15 for 23, 313 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. I think you'll take that out of number 3. And back-to-back touchdown passes in the resumption of play today. A 65-yard touchdown pass to Parker Wolf, and then on the next possession, a 64-yarder to Tristan Duncan. Those accounted for a good chunk of the offense, but you'll take whatever you can get whenever it comes. And Duncan, the leading receiver for Effingham by a wide margin, he had 8 receptions for 171 yards and 2 scores. 64-yard touchdown catch and a 45-yard touchdown catch for Tristan. Hopefully the start of a great season for number 11 is he's a really athletic, talented kid and a big weapon for this Effingham offense. Wolf had 2 catches. Parker Wolf, 2 catches for 90 yards, a 65-yarder and a 25-yard catch last night. Of course, you remember that 25-yard catch was on a tip pass, just a kind of a busted play where he hung with it. Jet Gillum had 2 receptions for 13 yards. Chase Woomer had 1 reception for 31 yards. Cam Kalber had an 8-yard catch, and Colin Weymouth, he caught a pass today, didn't gain any yardage and probably gained a sore neck because, man, he got hit something fierce whenever he took that catch, but he held on to the football, and Effingham held on for a win this afternoon. Dawson Witten, 4 punts, 132 yards. That works out to a 33-yard average. And his best punt of the night, unfortunately, best punt of the day didn't count, as it turns out. It was just a deep shot. Inside the 10-yard line is where the ball would have been spotted if not for a penalty, but saw some pretty good things out of Dawson, so that's nice to see. And then Parker Wolf, he had an 8-yard punt return. Woomer had 3 kick returns for a total of 46 yards, and Gabe Keeney also took 1 kickback for 7 yards. And so with that, I have completed the individual numbers. I have completed the team numbers, and Effingham has completed an season opening victory over Breese Mater Dei, which Effingham had never won on this field before the playoff game last year. They came down here and won that first-round playoff game over the Knights, and now they can say that they have, they have gotten a regular season win on this field. They have opened the season with a win over Breese Mater Dei, and that is not something that happens very frequently. And hopefully, the kickoff to a nice year for Brett Hefner's club.
Thank you. Dustin, hit the road, man. You got things to do. Thank you very much. I appreciate you making the trip back down here. And we will send it back to the sports desk. Matt Robinson has a look at scores for us. Matthew?
5. Game that we originally believed to be rescheduled for 2 o'clock this afternoon was pushed back to 4 o'clock. That's Mattoon and Troy Triad. Again, they will get underway at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Pana and Staunton will play at 6, and Mount Zion and Highland will play at 7 tonight, as again, all of those games were postponed due to weather concerns. Taking a look at Major League Baseball scores in the bottom of the 7th, it's St. Louis leading Cincinnati in Game 1 of a doubleheader by a score of 7-2. In the bottom of the 3rd, it is Milwaukee leading Chicago by the score of 2-0. Slipping over to college football scores, it did just go final. Illinois defeated Akron by a score of 42-3. Just in a side note, another Big Ten game, it was Maryland defeating Howard. By the score, it might have just been one guy named Howard. It was 79-0. And that's your final score in football. Yeah, he could have used somebody out there with him, I think.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. Matt's a man of all hats. He ran the morning show today. He's taking care of us. He's going to run NASCAR now. By the way, a reminder about the activity from Darlington getting underway moments from now. But happy times here. Hearts were down 28-17 when we started today with 4:02 to go in the third quarter. It's a remarkable comeback. Hearts outscored Mater Dei 15-0 in the last 4 minutes of the third quarter and the fourth period, and the Hearts come away with a win, season-opening win, 32-28 at Breese over Mater Dei. Next week, home opener, conference opener, as the Lincoln Rail Splitters come to call. 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday night. We'll see you there at Klosterman Field, I hope. If not, we hope you'll be listening, and hey, take along that personal listening device and listen while you're at the game. For C.J. Schmidt behind the camera, for Matt Robinson back at the studios and Brian Dust last night, and of course, my friend Mr. Dustin White, I'm Greg Sapp. Again, your final, Effingham 32, Breese Mater Dei 28. Good afternoon, everybody.
Thanks for listening. This has been a production of Premier Broadcasting Incorporated.